Terry, welcome to something new today on Saturday. Terry and I are going to try something different. Instead of focusing on one track, we're going to roll across three tracks today for a couple of hours. We'll talk about some of the horses we like at Belmont, Keeneland, Gulfstream, some of the bets we might make with the horses that we like, some of the ways we go about selecting our horses, all sorts of good stuff today. Terry, what do you think about that?
I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting and a little bit fast-paced, but that's fine.
I think it's going to be really fast-paced. The first race is coming up. It's Keeneland Race 4, Terry. It's a maiden special weight. 84,000 is the purse. It's 7 furlongs. They've only run one at the distance so far, Terry. So kind of hard to get a sense of what the bias at the track is for 7 furlongs. If I had to guess, I would suspect that it's likely to be a little bit of early pace necessary, right?
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, I think that's the way it's going to run.
So what I have on the screen here, Terry, is my all my computer rankings and all the different data that I throw together. And you can see here, I start out by ranking the horses by my own proprietary ranking system. I got a couple of different other factors in here, but let's go ahead and get started and look and see which horses, Terry, might have the best early pace in this race. What do you think about, what do you say about that?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's take a look.
So the horse that should get the fastest out of the gate is the 4 horse, Delita.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I pressed the wrong button, so you have to forgive me. Yeah, 2 furlong, right? Yeah. So okay, why is that not? Well, I have the smallest to largest. Yeah, you got to press the right one. No wonder it's backwards. So the number 5 and the number 2, Solari, and number 2, which is Up and Coming Star. Both of them should be the quickest out of the gate, with Queen's Table not too far behind. So it looks to me like the Queen's Table at 30-1, Terry, might be a little bit of a long price that might find its way into the money.
You're right. That's true.
If speed is the way to go, for sure. Looking at the particular spot when you did your handicapping, any particular horses that stand out to you?
I like the number 2, Up and Coming Star. So I think that's going to do pretty well today. So.
Yeah. If you could see here, some of these horses, 4 of them had a trip across the track already, Terry. So if you look at the horses that have run across the track, you'll see the 7 horse Closet Shopper and Kizzy B are the 2 that have posted the best kind of numbers there. And Closet Shopper has the best jockey trainer combo, and it's a pretty good advantage over everybody else there in terms of Closet Shopper and its jockey trainer combo. So if you're going to bet this race, Terry, how do you think you would do it?
Well, I would bet, let's see, number 2 is my first pick. I bet number 7 as my second pick, and number 3 is my third pick.
What was that one more time?
First pick, number 1. Second pick, number 7. Third pick, first pick, number 2.
2, okay.
Yeah. Second pick, number 7. Third pick, number 1. And fourth pick, number 4.
So you 2, 7, 1, 4. Would you play an exacta, trifecta? What would you do there?
Yeah, I would box them in both the trifecta and the exacta.
All right, so that's how you're going to play it. To me, I see there's about 4 pretty close in terms of how I rank them horses. I got Up and Coming Star kind of running out of the money a little bit there, Terry, but does have that early pace, so I'd have to probably consider that horse in there. Up and Coming Star. Racing at Keeneland, the horse has not trained there yet, so tough to tell what that horse is going to do, although Steve Asmussen and Ricardo Santana. Ricardo's still 0 for 74. I think he doesn't make it 1 for 75. So, Terry, I'm going to go 7-1. 7, 1, and 8 for an exacta box to start out the day at Keeneland. What do you say?
All right. Sounds good. 7, 1, and 8.
7, 1, and 8. So we got 4 minutes to post there. Terry, any other thoughts that you have about this particular race? Some of the things that you like about Keeneland, that sort of stuff?
Well, I like King. Yeah, I do pretty well at Keeneland. I think Keeneland's I think they actually run pretty darn true to form there. And so I've done fairly decent.
At Keeneland.
Yeah.
So if you like speed ratings, Terry, because I know a lot of folks we've talked to at least start their handicapping on the speed rankings. So I create my own proprietary speed number. But if you look at the top speed horse in the field, it's going to be the 8, the 1, and then 2. So your 2 horse pops in there under that respect. But I still have my 8, my 1, and my 7. So maybe I might think about putting the 2 on the back end of a trifecta. So I'll start with the 7, 1, 8 trifecta box. But I'm going to go 7-1-8 over 7-1-8-2 or 1-2-7-8 over 1-2-7-8 as well for a trifecta, Terry.
Okay.
All right, let's see what the odds look like right now on the board. According to the program right now, looks to me like the 2 horses the favorite. So I hope he runs second, Terry. Well, the 8 horses they're co-favorites right now, Terry.
Yeah.
And then this race also has some betting. You can also bet the. Let's see, what can you bet on this one? And sometimes these things make I have a little bit difficulties with these with the different windows. So it looks like you can bet it a trifecta, pick 3, superfecta. If you were gonna do a pick 3 here, Terry, would you go deep here? 1 horse, 2 horses? How would you play it?
Well, I'd go deep in this leg. Yeah, I feel like it's pretty deep. And then in the next leg, I would probably use 2 horses. And in the last race, I would use 4 horses.
And the track is a little wet there today, Terry. So if you look across it's labeled as sloppy. So if you look at the horses that have made it on the off track so far, it doesn't look like very many of them. So the 3 horse has a race over the sloppy track. And that looks like about it. Now the 7 horse has a race over a sloppy track. They both had a second. The 8 does as well. So you can only have a little bit of experience on a sloppy track.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so it looks like they're about ready to hit the post there, Terry.
All right.
Let's see here.
Yeah, they're coming up there, that's for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about that race when it goes live. And while you're here, if there's a race you want us to cover or some thoughts that you have or your picks, well, go ahead and hit us up in the comments section, both on YouTube or Facebook. They'll show up here, and Terry and I will be able to take a look at them, and we'll share your picks too, your thoughts. I think that'd be a great idea.
I do too.
The 4 is a nice-looking gray, Terry. I always like the gray horses.
Yeah, I love them. They've always done really well for me. So
I remember when I was first going to the track, they always would say, if it's a wet day, bet on gray.
Yeah. Well, if I was playing a 50-cent pick 3, I'd play the 1, 2, 4, 7, and 8. With the 5-9, with the 1-3-6.
So 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, and what else?
5-9.
5-9,
With the 1-3-6.
1-3-6. Okay, so they're loading in the gate. So that's a 50-cent P3.
Yep.
Starting in race 4. Let's keep track and see how this thing goes out, Terry.
All right, we'll do that.
So they're going in the gates right now. It looks like they have the 1 and the 2 loaded, and the 5 and the 6. I'm not going to – I don't think I can call this race like a regular handicapper or a track announcer, but we'll certainly make we'll keep everybody kind of up to speed with what's going on if you're not watching the races live, right?
That's right.
Looks like they're having a little bit of problem maybe with the 3 horse, trying to get his rear end in there. He don't want to go in.
Hey, and one other thing, add the 2 to the last leg.
So 1, 2, 3, 6?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's kind of late. I don't know if we'd be able to get that one in.
I don't know either. So
better hit that button fast, folks, whatever account you're using.
5, 10. See.
So next up is going to be all right. So now they're off. So the 2 got a slow break, Terry.
Oh wow,
Yes.
They're off already. Yeah.
Yes, indeed they are.
Because mine doesn't show them going up.
Well, I get the special one, Terry.
Yeah, that's it. I'm watching.
So the 5 is on the lead right now. 3's on the rail coming up to take the lead now. 8 is just stalking nicely on the outside with the 7. Unfortunately for you and I, neither one of us have the 3 or the 5. So we're going to need something to change by the time they hit the wire.
My 2 is broke bad.
Yeah, he did. He got off to a slow start. So, but he's coming up now, Terry.
He is.
So the 1 is making its move up the rail right now.
Yeah.
And the 7 and the 8 are both kind of, as they head into the turn, it looks like the 8 wants to take command right now, and he's going to do it. The 7's right behind the 8 as they make their move home. The 3 still got a good hold on the horse. The jockey on the 5 is trying to ask his horse for a little bit more. I don't think the 2 is going to make it into the I mean, I could be wrong, but he looks like he's kind of lugging it in a little bit right now.
Yeah, I think the mud's flying up in his face.
So the rail opened up wide for the 1. The 3 is still holding on. Here comes the 8. The 8 took the lead. There goes the one. The one horses. So you got the exacta right now, the 8 and the 1. Here comes the 7, Terry. If the 7 can get by the 3, the 2's making a move. So the question is, can the 2 or the 3 get by the 7? I'm going to say, by the 3, I'm going to say probably not. The 3's actually making a move back on the 8. So the 2 made a light move, but it did finish 1-8, Terry. So my
absolutely
my exacta box hit.
So did mine. 183 came 183. So my exacta box hit also.
You had the 1, 8, and 3.
Yeah, I had the 1. Oh no, I had the 7.
Yeah,
no, you're right.
1, 2, 7, and 4.
Yeah, I did not hit it.
So. Confusing me a little bit, Terry. All right, so let's check back on that race and see what it pays in a little bit. Let's move over to Belmont Park, Terry, which starts in 4 minutes. Belmont Park. It's race number 5. This track is looking sloppy too, so the whole East Coast is a little bit messed up over there. This is the Hudson Handicap, Terry. Who do you like?
Okay, well, let's see. I like number. Let me get to my sheet here. I actually like number 1, Judge and Jury.
You like the 1, Judge and Jury?
Yeah, and then I like number 7 next, and then number 8.
So 1, 7, and 8.
Yep, and then number 5. 1, 7,
1, 7, 8, 5. What do you like about them?
Well, let's see. On the 1, I like the fact that he's won 3 out of 5 in his career. He's finished the money 80% of the time and won 60% of those. This year he's 2 for 3, 1, 2. He's won at this distance, and he's also won at the track. So he likes the track and the distance. That seems to be no problem.
It seems to be no problem for him. As you look at them, let me pull up the pace figures here a little bit. Sometimes when you go to off track, I have found that, speed tends to hold up a little bit better because horses don't like getting the stuff in their face. Mm-hmm. So one of the horses that could get out the fastest here, Terry, looks to me like you have 4 horses that are going to get out. The 3 horse is the quickest. Amundsen be right behind. Judge and Jury, Our Last Buck. If speed does hold up on you can see the 2 furlong numbers right here. I have them rated as a percentage. So these 4 here have the highest numbers, and there's a pretty good drop off to Gemography. Surprisingly, New York Traffic didn't rank very high there, so that's interesting to me. So early pace wise, 3, 4, 1, 7. You have the 1 and 7 in your picks, Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at how they have run at this track. So if you like the horse for the course angle, the 8 horse New York Traffic, Amundsen, and Our Last Buck, along with they're all pretty evenly matched there, Terry. I think from a 96 to 101, that's not really that big of a difference whatsoever at all.
No.
Mm-mm. So how are you going to play it, Terry?
I'm actually going to box in exacta, $5 exacta, the 1, 8, and 9.
The 1, 8, and 9 for Terry on the $5 exacta box. Terry plays with the big money.
and then I'm going to play a trifecta, 1 on top with the 5, 7, 8, and again 5, 7, 8.
So 1, 5, 7, 8 with the king, the 1 on the top there.
Yeah.
So for me, let me look at this race, Terry. How am I going to look at this one? So if I look at my rankings, so my power rankings, but I got to remember the speed number. So looking at my rankings, I have the 8 horse New York Traffic as a little bit of an advantage. The 3 horses, the 8, the 1, and the 7 look to me like they're the 3 best horses on the track. I also like the fact that the 3 horse has the early pace figure. So what I'm going to do here, Terry, is I'm going to box the 1, the 3, and the 7, and the 8 for a trifecta once again and see how that works out.
Okay.
So let's see, am I getting any odds anywhere? The 1, the 3, the 7, and the 8? Probably not, but right now the 8 is New York Traffic is the post-time favorite. And looking at it, the jockey on the 8 horse, that is Irad Ortiz. He's away from the lead pony. And as we talked to the Ortiz brothers before on the Players Edge podcast, they mentioned to us when they do separate from the lead pony, it's usually a good sign that their horse is ready to go.
Yep, that's true.
So let's see if they're about to approach the gates. Let's do our our best at our best call again. Let's take a quick back look and see what that exacta paid while we're on it. Well, they haven't finalized the Keeneland race yet. I wonder why.
I don't know.
Unofficial. Oh, the one horse won. So it won 1, 8, and 3. And I did not have the 3 in that last leg. I just had the 1, 7, and 8. I put the 2 in the back end. It's too bad that the 2 couldn't get by the 3. Too bad I didn't have the 3 in there.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's go back to Belmont. Right now they are ready to go into the gates. They're kind of circling around. And the one, they're still kind of walking around in circles a little bit, so they're not ready to go. The next track we're going to do, Terry, coming up in just a few minutes, will be Gulfstream Park. Well, we have a little bit of time in Gulfstream Park, about 17 minutes. So we have a little bit of time to discuss a couple of other things in the middle. Maybe if you have some questions, comments, some stuff you'd like to cover, let us know in the comment section. Still have a few minutes. Let's see if they've gone official on that. I think they did go official finally on that Keeneland. Yes, they did finally. Race 4, the results. So the $1 exacta paid $13.30, Terry.
Okay. So you made $1.30 on the exact. No, you bought.
No, I did it only for only the 3 horses.
3 horses, yeah.
And then, but I also had the trifecta in there, so that probably break even for me.
Yeah.
I think it's like a $6 trifecta or $8, something like that. So maybe down 70 cents, but still nice little exacta to get started.
Yeah, I'm down $36 in that race.
Thanks for the love, Pat Connell. I appreciate it. If you do like what you see, give us a thumbs up on Facebook or a like on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube. That way we'll go a little higher up their rankings, which is always important when you're trying to make a few bucks off of Google. YouTube, they're not too keen on sharing their money. They don't even want to pay taxes, right?
No.
From what I've read online. It's just what I read in the paper. I mean, I'm not in the IRS. Okay. So they're loading all the horses at Belmont. It's post time. You have there's the gray again. Bet the gray when it's a rainy day. Terry, the 2 horse going in at 23-1.
That's right.
And then now the 7 horse is in. I think there's only one left to load, the 4 horse, and then they should open. It looks like the 8's kind of wandering around over there by itself too. The 3, he don't want to go in again, Terry. I don't know what is it. The 3 and the last 2, he really doesn't want to go in. He's fighting with the handlers.
He's almost dragging him back. Yeah.
It's funny to me, like these animals, they all have personality, right? It kind of reminds me of my dog.
Yeah.
Like when I'm walking my dog and it doesn't want to go, it doesn't want to go. And there's, it's surprising because you think, okay, this little 60-pound dog, how can it fix itself to the ground so firmly that you can't pull it?
Yeah. I don't understand it. This 3, he just says, nope, I don't want to go in there. It looks too dangerous to me. Ooh.
Now they're going in backwards to turn him in. And then as soon as he sees the gate, a lot of times they'll open the front gate so they can see all the way through.
Yeah. And they've done that here. So
I would expect to see blinkers on this horse next time.
Probably so. Mm-hmm. I've seen them blindfold him before and get him in.
Yeah, I know they do that in Europe, right? A lot of times they put a hood on them. I don't know. I think my 3 horse is expending a lot of energy in here, Terry.
Yeah, looks like it. So which ones did you pick again? You picked the...
I got the 1, the 3, the 7, and the 8 in an exacta box, but I'm contemplating of maybe taking that 3 out and putting something else in there. He don't want to go in. Maybe he's going to be a late scratch. I don't know.
Could be. Sometimes they do that if they can't get them in.
So the 8 horse is in. Man, it's a sloppy, muddy day there too.
Everywhere it is. The only place it's not is here in California, probably Florida.
It's always lovely in California.
Most of the time, yeah.
Not like me here in Illinois. The only thing it's raining. Okay, now they're off, and that 3 horse, like I suspected, got to the lead. Terry's being closely followed by the 4 horse. So Foolish Ghost, followed by Amundsen. The Bronx Bomber right there for 3rd at 37-1. New York Traffic in 4th at 4-5. And then you got a little bit of a race between the 1 and the 5 between Gemography and the 1 horse, and that is Judge and Jury.
Yep.
As they come around the turn, Terry, still Foolish Ghost, the misbehaving 3-year-old on the lead. Number 3.
And they do that a lot. They misbehave and then they come out like a rocket.
Yeah, so now New York Traffic is making his move on the outside. The 4 and the 5 are fading, so it looks like this is going to come down to the 3 and the 8 horse. If the 3 can maintain its speed, he might have a shot. No, the 8 horse just goes by. So now you have the 8. So New York Traffic's got this in the bag, Terry. The 3 is starting to stammer a little bit, and you have the 2 horse starting to make its move. So I don't have the 2. I don't think either one of us have the 2.
No, big long shot, isn't he?
27 to 35 to 1. So 8, 2, and then it's a toss up between the 3 and the 5 at the wire.
Yep.
Should have just bet the 8 to win, and that's it, huh?
I think so. Yeah, for you, yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah. Should have just go 8 all.
Yeah, my 1 didn't do anything but run to dust.
Well, it's tough to tell sometimes. I mean, if you look back here again, this is what I like about doing this stuff in Excel, and it allows me to get a pretty good view of what the horses do. So you look here again at the New York Traffic horse. He graded out pretty well across the board in a lot of places, Terry. He's
yeah.
Let me pop this up a little bigger so maybe people could see it a little more. So you can see New York Traffic had the highest rank. In terms of the POD, this is, again, my power ranking, if you will, was the number 1 in power ranking. Mm-hmm. Wasn't the top. He was also the top speed horse. As far as the horse is concerned, the 1 horse got the highest grade for the horse, followed by the 8 horse. Jockey trainer was the second best jockey trainer combination. 2 Furlong was kind of middle of the pack, but Late Pace had the top late pace figure. And then, of course, at the track had the top track number. The 2 horse down here, let's see. How could we have found the 2 horse, Terry? Let's see if there's a way. Let's go look and see if it was 2 pace figure. Did I put the 2 horse in there? No, that was the slowest horse out of the gate. How about Late Pace? Nope, second worst. 2 horse is just the horse that beat us, Terry. I think that's about it.
Yeah, because as far as my thing goes, he had the lowest number of anybody in my race. So
yeah, even the lowest speed figure total out of here, just kind of hard. The only angle I could see here that worked out on that, where you could have had the 2 horse in there, Terry, is the jockey and trainer. There you see, ends up third. Boom.
Yeah, the trainer is doing pretty well, so it's pretty good.
So if you look at the jockey trainer, it went 8 to 5. The only way you could have had that is if you just played straight jockey trainer combos there, Terry. Yep. Would have been a nice play, though, I think, no?
That would have been, yeah, absolutely.
That exact is going to pay pretty nicely, I feel like, with the 26 to 1 coming in second there.
Yep.
So the next race we're going to go off to, we're going to try to get out of the slop, Terry. We're going to go to Gulfstream Park for race number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it's sunny down there.
I think so.
Yeah, it does. I can see on the screen right now. It looks like the 8 horse in Gulfstream race number 5 is a first-time starter. He is the favorite right now at what's the 6 horse? Excuse me, he's not a first-time starter. 6 horse is the favorite at 8 to 5. Let's go ahead and pull up the Gulfstream criteria or the Gulfstream conditions for race number 5 up on the screen. I got to make sure I got the right track, Terry. Gulfstream. All right, race 5. A little bit of editing on the fly, Terry. It's always fun.
It is, yeah.
All right, let's see. Gulfstream race 5. Let's pull up the conditions here. At Gulfstream race 5, it is a 5.5 furlong maiden claiming 12,500, Terry. So that's a little bit of a low end race, right?
It is. Yep, absolutely.
Taking a look at some of the track biases, so far they've had 106 races at the distance, Terry. So that's a good data set to work with. And it looks like the early speed bias does win. 42%, Terry, of the horses have gone wire to wire. That's a big number.
Yes, it
is. And then you look at the average first call, the horse was either probably second or third. And then at the half-mile marker, average horse was, again, probably first or second, maybe third. And it seems to me like you have an inside-out post bias.
Yep.
So who do you like in this race?
I like number 6, the favorite, and I like it because it's ran second twice in a row. It's got a lot of early speed, has a great workout October 21st, 36.2, has the highest race speed rating, and it's dropping in class today. So, there's a lot of reasons to like it. So,
is this one on the? I think this one's on the regular track though, right? The dirt track.
Yeah, it is because I like that also because this horse has done pretty well on the dirt track.
Yeah, it looks like his better numbers have been on the dirt track.
Yeah. So I like it, but I like it pretty well. And then I like number 4, David's Cupid, is my second pick. So I like that horse because it's got a pretty good trainer, and no, it doesn't. I'm sorry, that's not why I like it. Why do I like that horse? I have to go back and look.
The 4 horse, maybe because first time after the claim, we talked many times about how trainers they target a particular race. I mean, that's what Robertino Diodoro told us, that they focus.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. It ran a good second its first time, and then the next time out, it ran a disappointing race. But I'm just going to throw that out because till I see the second race that it disappoints, you have no idea what really happened. So said it tired, but I don't know if they really know that.
So we can look real quick. Let's break the race down by the numbers, so to speak, as I have all the data in my Excel. So if, as we mentioned, Gulfstream Park at the distance is a speed, 40% going wire to wire or whatever like that, that's a pretty big number, Terry. Yeah. So if we look at the 2 furlong numbers, the way I create them, and I do it my own special way, like McDonald's Big Macs, the fastest horse out of the gate, Terry, is likely to be
number 9.
No, I got the upside down again because I'm a dummy. Got to go largest to smallest, right?
Yeah.
So it looks to me, so the ones in red, folks, you see there, those are all the first-time starters. So what I do is I take the average number for the other horses in the field. So if it just runs an average race relative to everybody else and substitute that in, and that's why I'm able to create numbers where no numbers existed. So it looks to me like the fastest horse out of the gate by a pretty good margin, Terry, is the 6 horse, for sure. That your favorite horse?
It is, yeah.
Yes, indeed. So it looks like he's going to get out the quickest. Also, when you look at, experience at the track, like you mentioned already. So if we look at the track experience, Terry, horses for courses, the 6 horse also ranks the highest there. And he's got a substantial advantage over the 4 horse. Maybe that's why you liked it, the 4 horse, the experience at the track, right?
Yeah, that's part of the reason, yeah. And the number 9 is my third pick. So that's pretty cool.
There you go, 649. If you look at the jockey-trainer combination, like we talked about in the last race playing out, the jockey-trainer combination, you have the 9 and the 6. So you're starting to see that the 9 and 6 pop up in there under many different scenarios. And then as far as the first-time starters are concerned, Terry, it looks to me like the 7 horse might be the best of the first-time starters. That's kind of what it looks like to me. As far as my power rankings go, my as I call the POD, power rankings on demand, Terry, I have to come up with a name for that. So if you look at the power rankings of these horses, it looks like the 7 and the 8 are your top horses in terms of your 2 first-time starters, and they rank right in there with some of the favorites. So you like the 7, the 6, and the 4 here, is that right?
Yeah, my first-time starter that I like is the 8 horse. So
yeah, right.
I like it because we trainers won 2 out of 4 in the last 14 days, and this dam's won 3 winners out of 6 starters. It has a really sharp workout on October 23rd. So that's my.
So how are you going to play him, Terry?
Well, I'm going to in this race here. I'm just going to take that the 6 and play 20 to win on the 6.
20 to win on the 6 is Terry's play here, huh?
Yep. And then I'm just going to put it on top and put the other 3 horses second in the exacta.
So who are your other 3 horses?
Let's see, we're in the 5th race here, right? So my other 3 horses are the 4, 8, and 9. So it'd be 6 over the 4, 8, and 9.
So keying the 6 over the 4, 8, and 9, and 20 to win on the 6. I'm going to go, Terry, with the 6 horse on top of a trifecta, on top of the 7, the 8, and the 9. Let's see how that plays out.
Okay.
I agree with you. I think the 6 horse is the one to beat here. So looking at all my different numbers, I think the 8 and the 9, the 7 and 8 look like two best first time starters. The 6 and the 9 are some of the better. Let me just double check here real quick on my rankings. I'm not 100% sure on the rankings if I like the 9 horse or not. So let me just go back and see. Yeah, I'm going to go 6, 9, 7, 8, Terry. That's what I'm 6 over to 7, 8, 9 as a trifecta. Keying the 6, just like you. We got 2 minutes to post. So it looks like the 6 horse and the 9 horse right now are, well, they were momentarily there. They were the co-favorites. If there's a long shot here, Terry, so you have the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. If a long shot is going to beat you, which one do you think it is?
Let's see, the 2, the 3, 4, and 5. Actually, I actually think that the well, I already said I like the 4.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 5 out of the long shots.
You like the 5 out of the long shots? For me,
Yeah.
I think the 4 is the price there, Terry. Yeah. If I look at the horse, it grades out as the top horse in the field. If you look at the horse's numbers, so
Yeah.
maybe I'm going to maybe change up my trifecta a little bit here with a moment to spare. I'm going to go the 6 over the 7, 4, 8, 9 for my trifecta.
Okay, yeah, and the 4 is my second choice. So, as I was saying. So,
So you got 7. You got the 6 over the 4, 8, 9.
yes,
I have the 6 over the 4, 7, 8, 9. And you got 20 to win on the 6.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So right now it looks like they are heading. Well, they're kind of walking. There's another gray. Every race there's a gray, Terry.
Yeah.
And the next race we're going to be doing coming up, Belmont, Terry, is in, Keeneland race 5 is in 9 minutes. So let's start getting ready for that.
This is going fast.
I knew it would go fast, Terry.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
It's they're actually running on the grass over there at Keeneland. It's a yielding course. You have 8 minutes to race number 5 at Keeneland. Just a couple minutes, they'll be jumping into the gates here at Gulfstream. Still wandering around, Terry. Keeneland, let's get ready for race number 5. I think there were a lot of scratches in this race, if I remember.
There
correctly.
was, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of scratches. So actually, I think they've scratched the 1 through 4 and the 12 and 13. So that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 horses. And
it was a mile and a 16th on the turf. The turf is yielding, so they're going to run. Are they going to run that one on the turf, or they take that one off the turf? Let's see.
well, I think that's probably why they're all those scratches. I think they've
No,
them
it's on. Oh, it says turf yielding race 5 off. So I guess they're
Yeah.
going to run that one on the dirt. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they might. So
All right, Gulfstream Park. Are they going into the gates? Yes, they are finally starting to move into the gates. Terry, once again, he's heavy on the 6 at 9 to 5, but the co-favorite now, the 9 horse at 9 to 5. So it'll be interesting to see how the late money comes in, because that's what those rebate pools do. They wait to see which horses provide value, and just like that, the 9 horse becomes the favorite. So the computer models for the rebate houses must feel like the 9 horse offers the most value, and it currently moved into favorite status, Terry.
wow.
So right now, only the 5 horses in the gates. Here comes the 2. A little bit of excitement. That horse can't wait to get in the gates, unlike some of the other horses we saw today. These people are lucky who live in South Florida, right? You got beautiful weather down there.
Yeah, it's great.
No state taxes or income tax. I mean, I'm sure they have other taxes. I have a friend down there who lives in Key West, and they have a hurricane tax, I would call it.
Yeah.
For the hurricane insurance.
Yep.
It's like over $1,000 a month. But hey, I would be willing to pay $1,000 a month entry fee to live in Key West. I would need a few more winters to be able to buy some houses down there.
Absolutely.
And they're off. And right now, the 6 horse Terry is on the lead, with the 3 horses pushing with the 1 right out as well. So you got the 6, the 3 to 1. So right now the 1 is taking command with the 6 just kind of just biding his time. So Minister Quinn on the lead, followed closely by Back At Ya, the favorite. And the 3 horse is already tailing off. Here comes the 7 horse, Terry, followed closely by the 9. Looks to me like they got a good hold on the 6. The 1 horse is starting to fade a little bit. The 6 is making its move. Here comes the 7, Terry. Looks like the 9 horse is not going to be a part of the race as a co-favorite right now. You got a whole bunch of horses making their move late here. So you got the 6. And it doesn't look like the 1's going to run out of the money, Terry. So your 6 horse is going to win, but you're going to need some. We're going to need some stuff to close by this 1, and it ain't going to happen.
Well, that's good because I have the 1.
Yeah. You have the 1? I think you have the 7, 6, and 4.
7, 6, and 4. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong race.
Way we had, yeah. So
yeah, I'm looking at the wrong race.
But you did have 20 on the 6 to win. The 6 was the easy winner.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it ended up going off at 6 to 5. So maybe the late money decided that it wanted to go on. It came off the 9 there. Maybe a little tricking people at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I got confused there. I was looking at the 6th race instead of the 5th.
So just a couple of minutes to run down Keeneland, Terry. Keeneland
right.
We have, as we mentioned. We are in race number 6. It's 1 mile and a 16th on the sloppy course, which is it should be pretty interesting. Last race, the horse that got towards the front, those horses performed pretty well. So 1 mile and a 16th, tough to say. I would say you want a little bit of closer. The 8 horse was the top closing horse last time out. So let's look and see who the top closing horses are this time, Terry. You got the 9 horse without his lead pony. So in race number 5 at Keeneland, I've pressed too many screens that I'm dealing with here, Terry. Race number 5 at Keeneland. Let's look to see who had the best late pace number, because last time the horse with the best late pace number won. All right, so I got headers. Where are my header rules? Cancel. Hold on. So looking at the horses coming out of the gate, Terry, we'll start with how they come out of the gate. So the fastest horse out of the gate, Terry, here ought to be 5, Yin and Yang.
Yes.
And the 7, Morg's World. Those 2 should be the fastest out of the gate. And then on the way home, looking at the horses to see who have the most late kick, you're looking at the 10 horse, Boma, the 9, North County, the 11, Rough Diamond. But that Boma has a huge pace advantage over everybody else. You see, he's a 1, and then you got a 93, which is a big difference. If you add the 2 together, Terry, so what I basically do is in routes, kind of wait without ignoring the early pace, but it's a combo of the late pace, early pace. If you look at that, the 10 horse Boma has the top combination by a pretty good margin over everybody else. Does have a race over this course. For sure. If you like speed ratings, Terry, as we mentioned before, speed ratings, if you like that's the way you handicap, you got the 10 and the 11 as your top 2 horses by a pretty good margin, Terry. So that 10 horse keeps popping up there a lot. What do you think of the 10?
Yeah, I like the 10. The 10's got, let's see. Let me look here. Get back here at the Boma. Yeah, it's got the highest last speed rating, and even though it ran 9th last time, it was only beaten 2.5 lengths, so it was right there. And then it had won the race before at Churchill Downs, so it had some decent workouts. So I like it. Yeah, it's actually my 3rd pick. So
that's your 3rd pick, or your first 2?
My first pick is let's see. Let me get to the right track here again.
We're at Keeneland.
Well, yeah, yin yang, yes. And then so what I like my second pick is North County, which is a long shot.
The 9.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah, the 9. Yeah. So I'd probably play a $5 exacta with the 1 on top, and then the 9 and 10.
You mean the 5?
Yeah, the 5. Yeah. 5 on top with the 9 and the 10. And also the 7. So, and then I bet 20 to win on that one. I think the 1's
20 to win. There's no 1 in this race. 20 to win on the 5, you mean?
5. Yes, I keep saying 1.
That's
The
okay.
others are all scratched.
They're all scratched out of there for sure. Yeah. So I'm looking at this pace. To me, it looks like it's a pretty wide open race to me, Terry. The 5, the 10, the 6, and the 8, and the 11. All the 5 does grade out better than all of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an exacta where I'm going to wheel the 5 or box, however you look at it. So I'm going to put the 5 with the 6, 8, 10, and 11, and then the 6, 8, 10, and 11 with the 5.
Okay.
And then I'm just hoping that the 5 runs first or second. And then one of those other horses comes in to fill behind me. So 5 over to 6, 8, 10, 11 for me. And then 6, 8, 10, 11 over to 5. That's how I would play this race. And looking at it right now, they're heading into the gates, Terry. So this time around. And then Belmont's coming up in 6 minutes. So we got to get ready for Belmont, Terry.
All right. Yeah.
This is going lightning fast, my friend.
It is.
So Terry and I both agree the 5 horse is the one to beat. It's the 9-5 favorite right now. It looks like they're all loaded in. Terry's putting the 5 over to 10, the 7, and the 9. I got the 11, 6, 8, 10, and 5 in a wheel. Right now, the 5 on the rails got the lead with the 6 horse pressing up against them pretty good. 7 horse 3 wide as they come into the first turn. The 5 is cleared pretty easily, Terry, looks like right now. Doesn't really look like the jockey, Florent Garou, is really asking a whole lot out of him just yet.
Right.
The 6 horse, Decree of Love, is right on his tail. You got the 7 and the 10. 10's kind of pinned up against the rail. Early quarter fractions, not too fast, 23 and 7. So it's a respectable time. Maybe a little bit quick on the mud for an allowance, 86,000. So you got the 8 and 11 all the way in the back, Terry. So those 2 are going to have to make a big move. It looks to me like they have a firm hold on the 10 horse, the jockey there. He's making his move up the rail. The 10 and the 7 both look like they have a firm hold on those 2 horses. The 7 has obviously a little bit of better trip because he's going now. He's up there to challenge Florent and the 5 horse as they head on to the back stretch. Opening half, 48, basically 48, 47 and 8 for the opening half, which for a mile and a 16th is probably right on time. Now the 8 horse is going way wide. The 6 horse is giving up, Terry. He's just lagging. Yes, as they come out of the turn, you have the 9 horse taking over the race, Terry. So I don't have the 9 horse at all, but you do.
Yep.
Yeah, the 5 horse is fading. I thought those fractions were a little bit fast for the mud. So it's going to go 9 and 10 with the 5 looking like the 5 is going to come in third. 9, 10, 5. Should have boxed them, Terry.
I should have, huh?
Uh-huh. Yeah, you did say you liked that long shot, the 9, so that's a good call there.
Yeah.
It went off at 11-1 North County.
Wow. Yeah, I should have boxed them.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least you got it right. I mean, you had them in your picks there. What tracks are we doing? We're playing TJ Parks. We're playing Belmont, Keeneland, and Gulfstream.
Yeah.
Terry, TJ Parks. So now we're going to head over to Keeneland, to Belmont. We got 4 minutes to go to Belmont for race number 6. So let's go over to Belmont race number 6 real quick. Belmont race number 6, Terry, is I got a page down. Belmont race 6, you have 6.5 furlongs for the Iroquois Stakes, Terry, for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. And then you have 6.5 furlongs at Belmont. It's a short field, it looks like, 6 horses. I think there was a scratch in there, too. The rail horses won almost 50% of the 23 races so far, 30% of them going wire to wire, but only 52% speed horses winning, Terry. So it looks to me like you really want to be on the inside. In terms of, so we're looking at the odds right now. The odds makers the bettors make the 1 horse, Miss Jimmy, the favorite at 9-5. The 2 horse is right behind it at 2-1. So those are your co-favorites with the 6 on the outside. You look at those 3 horses, Terry. Any of them that you're throwing out?
I'm not using the 6.
You're not using the 6 espresso shot?
Nope.
All right. So who are you using?
Well, the 1 is my first choice. 2 is my second choice, and a long shot, the third choice is number 3. And
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, and then I like the 4th. 4 is my 4th choice, but I would just
then 5,
use
6.
Yeah, I'm going to use the 1, 2, 3 and box them, and then I'm gonna for $5, and then I'm gonna box the 1-2 for $10.
So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 for Terry, and then let's take a look at some of let's look inside the numbers again, Terry, for race number 6 at Belmont Park. So if we look inside the numbers at Belmont Park, we mentioned that the inside is important. It doesn't really look to me like speed is 100% necessary, but if you're looking at the horses that's going to get out of and a lot of times in the slop, you want horses that get out of the gate pretty fast. So if you're looking at the horse that's going to get out the fastest, it looks like the 2 horse and the 1 horse should get out to the lead all by themselves without a whole lot chasing behind them. Yep. So TJ here he's going to box the 2 over the trifecta key, the 2 over the 1, the 3, and the 4. So if you look at the early pace numbers, you have what do I have here? I'm sorting them by the wrong ones again. If we look at the 2 furlong numbers, that was the speed rankings right there, the 2, 1, 6. So speed rankings, 2 furlongs. Let's go early pace. You got the 2, the 1, the 2 fastest early pace. You're going to have the 4 and the 6 right behind. So I think that's how they're going to come out of the gate. 5 horse should be tailing in there pretty well. On the way home, if we look at the horses that are going to have the late kick, that'll pass the ones that are tiring at the end. So sometimes that cheap speed on the way home can die out. So you got the 1 and the 2. The 3 is the best late pace number, but not by much over the 1 and then the 2. So the 3, 1, and 2 look like a good pairing to me. And now let's look at the horses for the courses, Terry. If you look at the track numbers, the top horse at the track is the 1 horse, followed by the 5, and the 2. So I'm going to go 1. I'm going to do a trifecta, Terry. 1 over the 5, the 2, and the 3. What do you think about that?
I think that's a pretty good pick there. I like that 1.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the 1 looks pretty good. He's a nice gray. It's looking like the sun's coming out at Belmont Park. So maybe you'll see the track get upgraded from sloppy to good, because it does look to me in the picture like the track is drying out a little bit.
Yeah, and that three horse, that horse has won 54% of its career races, so that's a pretty good pick. I really like the 3 in there. And I've got another thing to let you know. My pick 3, I'm already through the first 2 legs with my pick 3. With the 9 was with my 5, so I'm to the 1, 2, 3, 6, and that's at Keeneland.
1, 2, 3, 6, and what are the payouts on those?
I haven't even looked at that yet, so I can look and see real quick.
Yeah, we have a minute while the horses are moseying up to the gates.
The 9 paid $25.80, and the exacta paid $46.40. And then the payoffs are
1, the 2, the 3, and the 6. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get to that right there. Okay, it says, well, they're not giving me the payoffs yet
For Keeneland?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, the horses are going in. The 1 horse, once again, we have horses at Belmont that don't want to behave.
Yeah.
1 horse is throwing its head around pretty angrily. So you're not going to stick me in there, buddy.
Yeah.
The 2 horse is much calmer. He's just walking in. Well, it looks like the 2 horse might need a little bit more muscle tone.
Yeah, I should have boxed for trifecta in that to 5th race at Keeneland too, because it paid $95.
The 3 horse, he's reluctant too. These 3 horses today, they don't want to go in.
No.
There he goes in. He just put up a little bit of a fight, not much. Maybe they should have a carrot or something, like a little sugar cube at the other end.
Could be.
Yeah, because I know when I want my dog to do something, if I put a little milk bone in front of its face, he'll do anything.
Yeah. Okay, the Keeneland, the payoffs, 320, 320, 285, and 309.
Oh, not bad.
Nope.
The 9 horse made those payouts get nice size, right?
It did, yeah. It was my second choice, and so I should have made it my first choice, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you had it. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all.
And they're off. So the 2 horse breaks to the lead sharply, Terry, with you followed by the 3 and the 4. The 1 is kind of trailing behind there, Miss Jimmy. So you have the important one right now on the lead. 4 horses putting a little bit of heat on him. 1 horse on the rail. I don't have 5, 2, 3. Where are you? My 5 and my 2 and my 3 are struggling in the back there.
That's right. 3 dropped back pretty quickly. So I like where the 1's sitting right now.
Yeah, he's got tough though because he's going to need to go inside. He's either going to need the 2 to go wide, or he's going to need or he's going. It did open up for him, the 2 horse. So problem is, can he catch him for the 1 horse?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It looks to me like the 6 horse. No, they're not catching that 2, Terry. Nope. It's going to go 2. It looks to me like the 6. Now the 6 ain't going to catch the 1 either. It's going to go 2, 1, and 6.
Well, that's good. I took a $10 exacta box on the 2-1. So
yep, there you go. 2, 1, 6, and then 3, 5. So that 6 horse got in my way, Terry, and that 2 horse winning got in my way too.
Yeah, well, $10 box. Hopefully, it pays more than $4 or $5. About 4 or 5.
Let's see. Darn it, the 6. Yeah, that's 6 horse. Maybe more of a situation where that the other horse is just. The one thing too about the mud, you just never know what you're going to get in the mud. It's kind of like a constant race of 2-year-olds.
It is, yeah. And I think in the mud like that, it's really important to get a good break and not be back so far because a lot of those horses hate that mud flying up in their face, and a lot of the jockeys don't like it either.
What's interesting is you don't even realize the jockeys they're taking those things off their shield. You don't even notice it when they're running.
Yeah,
it's pretty amazing.
It is.
All right, so the next race for us, Terry, we have a few minutes, so maybe we can spend a little bit more time on. We have 11 minutes to race number 6. Is it at Gulfstream Park? It's 1 mile and 70 yards on the Topeta course. So right now, the 3 horse, Terry, is a big favorite. They probably don't have a whole lot of numbers yet on that course for 1 mile, and because it just opened up like a week or so ago, like a couple of weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So 1 mile 70 yards, and it's the Brethren Juvenile Filly Stakes, a $60,000 purse for Florida breds that are 2 years old. So let's kind of run down the field a little bit. We got some time here, Terry. The number 1 horse is Yes, I'm Spiteful. What do you think about Yes, I'm Spiteful?
Well, actually, it's done pretty well the last couple of races. It ran first, beaten, win by a half a length last time out. So it's actually my 3rd pick. I like it. I like it quite a bit.
I like the fact that the horse has put together 4 straight speed figure increases. The top number that it had so far was the first time around on that Topeta track. So, sometimes horses really do take to that all-weather, and sometimes they don't take to the all-weather. I like the fact that this one has a run on the all-weather. It did pretty well. If you look at the 2 horse, Runaway Breeze, the horse has got at Presque Isle Downs, had a 5 races on the all-weather track, and managed to win 1 and finish 3rd in 1. It's 6.5 furlongs. So for the first time, this horse looks like it's going to be trying 2 turns for the first time. So remember in the drawing there, it was a 2-turn race. That can be a challenge for some horses. At 7 furlongs, the horse kind of broke sharply, probably as sharp as it has, and then faded a little bit. So I'm a little concerned the 2 horse might not be able to take 2 turns.
I agree. And the 3 horse, what concerns me about this horse is the distance. I don't think this horse can go this far. So,
yeah, the last time out, the horse ran in the Pocahontas, so she's trying to qualify for the Kentucky Oaks. Was the first Kentucky Oaks qualifier.
Yeah,
so they obviously think good things of this horse, Terry. It did run on a good track and a muddy track, so I think they're going to kind of simulate what running on the all-weather might be like. Definitely probably going to be one of the pace setters, but we'll take a look at that in a second in terms of the pace.
It's bred well, and it's had some pretty good workouts. So.
Fish Mooney got a win, Terry, last time out at the distance, at the track, and ran away from the pack. So you look at that speed figure bump from 53 to 76, going from turf to all-weather. I like that.
I do, too. Really impressed me. And the trainer wins 21% of the time on all-weather. Actually, my second choice. So
And also, what I like here too, if you look at these early pace figures, I mean these in race figures, early pace went from 48 to 78. Second pace, so 2 furlongs, 4 furlongs, from 44 to 67, and the late pace 88. So you kind of had like a little Z. The horse got off to a good start, kind of paused a little bit, and then took off at the end. That's usually a pretty good indication of a horse that's in form. I like the 4-horse just looking at the program here. The 5-horse Science Fiction, Terry. This is going to make that flip over from dirt to the all-weather, which is not always as smooth a transition as you might expect.
No, I'm not too impressed. I think it might be a little too long of a race for it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's trying 2 turns for the first time as well.
Yeah, number 6 has done pretty well. Number 6 has ran first race, ran second and beaten only 3 lengths, and then won by 3/4 of a length. Actually, my top pick. So I really like that horse.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say has a pretty good trainer and fairly decent jockeys.
Yeah, that combination, both of them win at a high percent. So, that change off to me a little bit concerning because you just don't know what it's going to do. But the horse has been competitive in both races, been bet well by the bettors in both races. So that's indication that the people on the ground kind of like the horse. Number 7, Straight to Go, Terry, is a horse that seems like it's going to be off the pace, needs to have a little bit of a late run, but its late pace figures don't put it in the category of some of the other horses with some closing ability. So I think the 7-horse is going to have to break sharper than it has in the past. The only time it's really run a quality race, and that was way back here in its 3rd start. It did break second, finishing 3rd by a length. So one quality race, although the horse does seem to like 3rd place, Terry, because it's finished in 3rd place 5 out of 7 races.
Yeah, 5 times. You can use it in trifecta, maybe.
Yeah, you can do that. Put him in the back, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So how are you going to stack these? Well, let's go back. Let's go through the numbers, Terry, real quickly. All right. So let me pull up the Gulfstream video here. So we're in race number 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at let's start with the early pace, Terry, to see who's going to get out of the gate the fastest. So if you look at the 2 furlong times, why do I keep sorting it the wrong way, Terry? Help me out, will you?
Okay.
Largest to small. So it looks like the 1-horse, Terry, is going to be the fastest out of the gate. It's got a pretty good advantage over. You're going to have some pretty good. The 1, the 6, the 3, they have pretty much the same score. The 5-horse, you got a little bit of a fall off with the 7, and the 2 and the 4 are going to be kind of way behind. On the way home, as far as late pace is concerned, the horse that's going to have the most giddy up and go as they're coming home is Mario Lemieux. So he's got some pretty good giddy up and go, Terry. The horse also has the best combination if we look at, and he's got a good advantage over the 4-horse. And then it's a nice drop off to the 6. So I think the 3 and the 4-horse will definitely be coming late, Terry, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
If you just look at the jockey trainer combo, which horse has the best jockey trainer combo? There you go, the 3. Now you got the 4 showing up again. So you got the 3, the 4, the 6, good jockey trainer combos. If you want to look at the speed ratings, what the horses have put on the track so far, which horse, how do you like the way I spelled speed? SPPED.
I do that all the time. So
yes. So looking at speed horses, Terry, if you like straight speed figures, the 1-horse has the advantage there. So I'm seeing the 1, the 6, and the 4 showing up a couple of times with the 3-horse. So how are you going to rank them, Terry?
Well, I'm going to use my top pick is the 1. So I'm going to bet $10 to win on that. And then I'm going to take the 1. My top picks is the 6-horse. I'm sorry.
The 6-horse. Okay.
Yeah, bet 10 to win on that. And then I'm going to take the 1, 4, and 6 and box them in an exacta and a trifecta.
So 1, 4, and 6 for Terry, with the 6-horse being his top horse. Looking at me, I'm looking at the 1, the 6, the 4. I like some of those numbers there too. If I rank them out, 6, 4, 5, and 1 for me, Terry. The 3-horse doesn't make it in the money. I do worry about that because he is the betting favorite. The Pete Aiello, another one of our guests on the Player Edge podcast. He's pretty good at that stuff. So, this is a close one for me, Terry. I'm going to go with I'm going to do an exacta 6-3, Terry, over the 6 over the 6-3 over the 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1. So 1, 3, 5, and 6, and 4. They got every horse in the race except the 7 and the 2 there, right?
Yeah.
Let me do that again. 6-3 over the 1, 4. So say 1, 3, 4,
4, 5, 6.
6. Yes, thank you, Terry. Hopefully, I get a shot in there somewhere. Let's see.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's.
Good.
I don't know.
You're gonna do that for $1 or $2?
Just for $1, Terry.
Okay.
I'm not a big player like you. So right now, the 3 horse is the favorite at 4 to 5.
All right, that's $10 this year. Bit.
Big money out of my pocket there, Terry.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping up with all this.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm hoping that the 6 horse wins this race, Terry.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I do too.
Let's go 6-5, baby. That would be perfect. Well, you don't have the 5, so
I don't. I have 6-4.
you have 6 and the 1.
Yeah, and the 1. So let's go 6-4-1.
Yeah, that'll work. 1 minute to post.
Work for me.
Yeah, so if you like what you're seeing, folks, comment. Let us know what you want to know about the races. If there's any particular angles that you want us to talk about, any particular horses that you like. If you're following along for the first time, like us on Facebook. Hit us up with a subscription or a subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter at Racing Radar. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section on Facebook and YouTube. And, of course, Terry and I will get to it. If there's something that you like here and you want to see more of, let us know, because Terry and I are here to try to find some winning horses, to go through the data as fast as we can on as many races as we can. And it's going a lot quicker than we probably thought it would go, huh, Terry?
It is, yeah. Already an hour and something's went by. So,
indeed. So, yeah, they're heading towards the post. The 3 horses walking very casually, kind of looking around, ears perked forward. I like to see that. He's definitely aware of his surroundings.
Yep.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, as I was telling you, the Keeneland, I like Keeneland a lot because they run pretty true to form for me, at least.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I've done the best today with my picks as far as, so that, and I guess I did all right at Belmont this last race, but anyway, Keeneland's pretty nice. I like that.
Oh, the 4 horses rearing a little. He saw something he didn't like right there.
Uh-oh.
So a crab walking along. He didn't want to go into that Topeta course. They tried to put him in the gates there. He said, "No, thank you."
You're going to have to tell me because I'm watching TVG and they're not showing Gulfstream right now. They're showing Santa Anita.
Santa Anita starting already?
Yep, right now.
Well, we should have maybe thought about adding Santa Anita to our next week. We'll do that, huh?
Yeah, sounds good.
Then we really won't have any time to think.
I know. I'll have to do something.
All right. So here they go into the gates now. The 1 horse is slowly approaching the gate at Gulfstream. Jockey's looking back because nobody else is coming along. A little bit of a delay. So the next up for us, Terry, is going to be Belmont, race number 7. No, Keeneland, race number 6, where you can close out your pick 3.
That's right.
The Topeta race is 6. Okay, the 3 horse is 4 to 5, followed by the 1 horse at 7 to 2. The 4 horse is 9 to 2 as they go in the gates. The 6 horse is the only other under 10 to 1. And then you have the 2 horse at 10 to 1. Then you have the 7 horse at 15 to 1. And the 5 horse, Terry, at 35 to 1. So as much as I'd like to see you hit your thing, Terry, a nice 6-5 exacta, I think, would be the way to go for me.
Oops, let me get the sound off here.
Yeah, so they have TJ likes the 6 over the 1, 3, 4. Is that at Gulfstream here, TJ? Yeah, we can hear that pretty good, Terry.
Yeah, I'm trying to get rid of it. There we go.
I don't want the people coming back yelling at us, Terry, because
no, I don't blame you.
You got to get the permission and all that kind of good stuff, right?
Yeah, yep.
And we've unfortunately been down that road. Even though, so when we first started doing this, people from China were trying to claim the videos as theirs, which was kind of interesting to me. Everything Terry and I do is original, and we were getting this complaints that we were copying from people. And we were like, what in the world is going on?
Yeah.
And there they go. The 3-horse breaks sharply, Terry, to the lead. The favorite, Lemieux, followed closely by the 6-horse, who clears. And actually, he's like 4 wide on the turn. I don't like to see that. Would like to see him maybe clamp down a little bit as he came through that turn. So the 3-horse on the lead with the 6-horse I want to say right behind. There's probably a length difference between Lemieux and Baritz. The 1-horse on the rail, Yes, I'm Spiteful, followed by the 2, Runaway Breeze, then the 4 and the 7, the 5. The field is kind of tightly packed. I'd say you probably have 4 lengths from separating 6 of the 7 horses. The 5-horse kind of lagging way in the back, my long shot in there. The 3-horse jockey standing straight up on him. So Edwin Gonzalez, not really asking for much yet out of the 3-horse. The 6-horse is pulling up alongside Biritz. Jockey's kind of sitting down a little bit on that horse, Terry. So I think he's asking for a little bit more out of his horse early, which tells me that he's probably not going to pass the 3. So it looks to me, the 6 is starting to tire. So here comes the 4 and the 2, Terry. And then we have the 7-horse coming up. Nothing from the 5, no response. Yes, the 6 has given way to the 4-horse. So here comes the 4-horse. So right now it looks to me like it's going to go 3-4, Terry.
Yeah. So I was wrong about that 3. He could go the distance.
Yeah, well, you just don't know. The 6-horse is trying to rally back on the rail, but he's just going to die here off at the end. Yeah. And you have the trifecta is going to be 3, 4, and 6 at Gulfstream Park. And then if you had the superfecta, the 2-horse will close that out, Terry.
Well, you got the exacta, right?
Yeah, it's not going to pay a whole lot. So,
no, it's not a bad trifecta though. Those horses, it'll probably pay pretty good. 10
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So the next track, we're heading off to Keeneland, Terry, for race number 6. It's again, this one is 6.5 furlongs on the slop. You have what was supposed to be a 8-horse field with the entry. The 3 is scratched and the 8 is scratched. So 6.5 furlongs at Keeneland for race number 6. That, looking at that distance, let's get a sense of what kind of might win at Keeneland at 6.5 furlongs at the distance. So far at the meet, Terry, they have run 16 races at the distance. 9 of the 16 races, Terry, were won by the horse that got the lead. It looks to me like you don't want to be on the inside because the rails only won maybe once out of those 16 races. The 2 and 3, I think, collected a win as well. But all the numbers look like between 4 and 7, Terry. Mm-hmm. So you probably want a little bit of outside speed. They probably don't have a whole lot of horses that have run outside that post. So let's take a look at race number 6. Let's go through the numbers. Race number 6 at Keeneland, Terry. Let me pull that up real quick. So here we are, race number 6 at Keeneland. We talked about speed being the way, with over 9 out of 56% of the horses winning with wire-to-wire fashion. So who's going to be the fastest out of the gate, Terry? The 9-horse, Mr. Jägermeister. Looks like it's going to be the quickest out of the gate with number 4. Much better. Looking at those odds right now, the 9-horse is 12-1, Terry. What do you think of that?
It's pretty good. Yeah. It's, that's what the morning line odds were set at, was just 12-1, but he ran a good race last time at, ran second by 3/4 of the length.
Well, that early pace, if you believe early pace is going to get the job done, you got that 12-horse, that 9-horse, maybe get to the lead. The 4-horse is 6-1, much better, Terry. What do you think about that one?
Yeah, I like the 4-horse. Actually, in the 6th race, the 4-horse, I think that's scratched, isn't it?
Much better? No, much better is race 6. No, the 4-horse is alive. It's the 3 and the 8 are scratched in race number 6.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't have any. I took all the scratches out in the morning. So
yeah, I tried to, but he won 2 in a row and then ran a 4th by 2. He has good early speed, and looks like he's got a pretty good jockey, although been really in a hot slump here lately. So Santana.
Yeah, he hasn't won yet at the track.
No.
If you look at the horses who have a little bit of track history in terms of how that works out, The Bone Raisin, the one horse, not the 1A, has the top score there, followed by the 7 Fact Finding. If you're interested in jockey trainer combo, like you mentioned, which jockey trainer combo have been hitting it the best so far at Keeneland? You're looking at the 1A, so it looks like the 1 and 1A, the entry. Got a couple reasons why you might like to look at the 1 at the entry. Then followed by the 2. Let's take a look at the horse's speed figures according to the way we calculate them here. If you look at the horse with the best speed figure, you got number 9 there. So number 9, top speed figure horse, top early pace horse, Terry. The 9 horse to me looks like value at 13-1, just off of what I'm seeing so far.
Yeah, absolutely. So
how are you going to play this race, Terry?
Okay, I like the number 2 horse as my top pick. And then I like the entry as my second pick. And then the 3 is my third pick. And then the 6 is my fourth pick.
So one more time, 2, 1, 3, 6?
2, 1, 3, 6, yes.
All right. And how are you going to play that?
Well, I'm probably just going to box those 4 horses in an exact
2, 1, 3, 6, exact to trifectas. How are you going to play that one? Well, I can't overlook the 9 horse at 12-1 with that speed figure number, the early pace number. I think they got a long enough backstretch for that horse to actually get towards the lead, Terry. So I think it's worth putting a couple bucks on the 9 horse to win just in case at 12-1. It's probably, obviously at 13-1, the bettors don't think the 9 horse has a crack, but we've seen speed hold up there. So I also, looking at I'm going to go as far as like a trifecta is concerned. I'm going to go 2, 2, 7, 6. Yeah, I'm going to box. So I'm going to go 2, 7, 6, Terry, over to 2, 7, 6. 2, 7, 6 box for a trifecta. I'm going to put $2 on the 9 horse to win. I'm going to play a long shot here and see if we can come home.
Okay, sounds good.
What do you guys got? So he wants to know, do you have a pick 4 here starting soon, looking at the late pick 4 in Keeneland, Terry? You want to put one together?
I can. I give a couple of minutes here.
See, let's see. The late pick 4 starts in race number 7.
Yeah.
So they are heading into the gates, Terry, at Keeneland. No disturbance from the 3 horse whatsoever in this race. 3 starting to behave. The track there, unlike New York, is still really sloppy. It's still raining. Let's go 9, Terry. Do you have the 9 in your pick 3 or no?
I do not. I have the 1, 2, 3, 6.
Well, the 3 is scratched in this race, Terry.
Oh, is it?
So you got the 1, the 2, and the 6.
Yeah. Well, maybe I meant the 4.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Tough to tell.
Yeah, it is.
And as we mentioned, they're off and out of the gate. And number 9, Mr. Jägermeister breaks clean.
Oh, good.
Yes, but he couldn't clear. Now he's racing in 3rd. The 4's got the lead, Terry, followed closely by the 7. And then you have the 9 and the 5. The 2, the 1, and the 6 and the 1A are in the back. Going to be kind of tough. They got a pretty quick opening fractions here, 22 seconds for 6.5 furlongs in the mud, but feeling like that might be a little bit quick. The 4 horse still has a good hold on his horse right there. The 9 horse is coming alongside. The jockey's asking for a little bit from Mr. Jägermeister. David Cardoso's asking him, come on, buddy, let's go. I need the 9 to go by that 4 and that 4 to just kind of tail off, Terry.
Yeah.
Well, the 9's definitely got the nose in front of the 4. So the 9 right now is on the lead. Come on. Hold on there, buddy. Come on. The 9's pulling away, Terry.
All right.
He's not pulling away, but is he gonna get caught at the end? Come on, hang on. Come on.
Who's coming?
The 5 horse is gonna get me. Do either one of us have the 5 horse?
No, I didn't have the 5.
So it looks to me like it's going to go 5, 6. I don't know if the 9 hung on at the end. Hey, that was a worthwhile bet there. The 5 horse gets us, Terry, though.
Yeah, sure does.
No shirts, no shoes. We just picked the wrong long shot.
No peak. I didn't get my pick 3. I ran second with my one of my horses.
So on which way can you have gotten that 5 horse? Was it a speed figure horse?
I don't know.
No. Was it a jockey trainer horse? No. Nope, the 5 horse doesn't show up for that either. Sort by, let's go by late pace. There it is, Terry. The 5 horse is a late pace horse.
Oh, all right.
Was the 3rd best or 4th best late pace horse. That's about the only way you can get that horse. So it looks to me like it's going to go 5, 6, 9, Terry.
Okay. Well, the 6 was one of my horses. So
22 to 1 over 3 to 1 over a longie. All right. So Terry, we got to hustle on over to Belmont Park.
I'm still looking at Keeneland.
Well, Belmont starts in a couple of minutes here, Terry. So let's go to Belmont Park. We are in race number 7 at Belmont Park, Terry. Oof, this is going fast.
Yeah.
Belmont Park, race 7 is the Maid of the Mist Stakes. It's 1 mile, but 1 mile on Belmont is just a 1-turn race. It's not a 2-turn race.
Correct.
So these horses won't have to pay much attention. The rail does struggle. 27 races so far at the distance, Terry, a third of them, so roughly 8 or 9 horses managed to go wire to wire. The winner is usually 2nd or 3rd at the quarter-mile marker and is usually 1st or 2nd after a half-mile call. So you got a really heavy early pace advantage here at this particular track, Terry, at Belmont at the 1 mile distance. So let's take a look at which horses are going to get out of the gate the fastest, Terry.
Okay.
And 2 furlong, largest to smallest. Let's pull this into the screen, Terry. So looking at the early pace horses here in race number 7, you have the 6, the 7, and the 9, Terry, looking like they have the best early pace numbers in the field. What do you think of any of those horses?
Well, I like the 7 quite a bit. So, and I like the 9's okay, but the 7, I really like the 7.
So you like the 6 and the 7? All right. So the 7 is your first pick?
It is, yeah.
And then what are your 2nd and 3rd picks?
Well, my 2nd pick's the 1, and my 3rd pick's the 5.
So 7, 1, 5?
Yep.
And anything else you like in there?
I like the 8 as my 4th pick.
7, 1, 5, 8. So 8 is your shot, Terry. What? How are you going to play them?
Okay, I'm going to bet $10 to win on the 1. I mean on the 7, and then I'm going to box all 4 of the horses in the exacted trifecta.
So you're going to bet 10 to 7, and then exact trifecta 7, 1, 5, and 8.
Yeah.
And for me, Terry, I am going to go with. I'm going to go with the 6, Terry.
Okay.
With the 1, the 6, with the. I'm going to go 6, 1, 7, and 5, Terry. What do you think about that? I'm going to box those 6, 1, 7, and 5.
6, 1, 7, 5. All right.
Is there a long shot in here? Maybe we can toss in here, Terry. What do you think? Who's the longest shot on the board that you might take a price at?
Probably, I probably go with the darn. I probably just for the heck of it, I go with the 10.
The 10 horse at 60 to 1.
Yeah, Lux, because he won at Monmouth Park without the whip. Now he's somewhere he can use it. So.
Yeah, that a lot of times does work out a little bit. So if you're looking at jockey and trainer, if you feel like this is a jockey trainer race, and then looking at that, you have the 7 horse has a huge advantage over everybody else in that respect, Terry.
Yeah.
So let me get.
And he's pretty good. The 7's ran pretty good. What's the odds on it right now?
Right now, the 7 is 7 to 2, Terry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to go 1, 7, 6, and 5. I kind of want to throw that 4 horse in there too, Terry. So, yeah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do 1, 7 over the 1, 7, 4, 6, and 5 for my exacta.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do a trifecta today, Terry, right there. Let's see.
Okay.
On the trifecta, the 1's got a pretty good advantage. So I'm going to do 1, Terry, on the trifecta, 1 over the 7, 4, and 5, over the 7, over the 4, 5, 6, and 7. So this is going to be my bet. I'm going to go 1, 7 over to 1, 7, 4, 5 for the exacta, and then 1 over to 4, 5, 7 over the 4, 5, 6, 7 for the trifecta.
Okay.
What do you guys like? Late pick 4 at Keeneland. TJ Parks likes the 1, the 6, and the leg 1, 6, 7, leg 2, the 7, 10, 11, and 12. Leg 3, he likes the 4, 5, and 7. And to close it out, the 1 and the 8. So 6, 7. So that's 2 times 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 times 3. That's 12. So that's $12 then, Terry, for a 50-cent ticket, $24 for a $1 ticket. And if you play it for the $2 to get the full payout, it'll cost you $48. Good luck with that, TJ. Terry's working on his too right now, right?
I am.
We got a little bit of time to think about that one because there's 24 minutes to Keeneland race 7. I'll take a look at what I like in that race too, see if I can put something together. So Keeneland race number 7, right? That starts to pick 4. So they're approaching the gate at Belmont, a few minutes to post for race number 7. Here they go in, the 3 horses in. What do you think of my what do you think of my ability to call races, Terry?
You're doing a pretty good job. Yeah, keeps me informed.
Oof. And they're off at Belmont. Terry, the 5-horse rushing to the lead. That is Sandy's Garden, taking the lead over the 6-horse, which is Sue Ellen Maker. The 1-horse is 3rd. Well, he's kind of, he's just moved into 3rd now. So Venti Valentine, well, the 4 horses edged him in front of him. Classic Lynn taking the pace a little bit away from the 1-horse. The 1 is saving time. Followed by the 7-horse. The 3-horse is beginning to fade at the moment, so there's not going to be a 3-horse in any of these picks. So if you had Vallelujah, you can forget about that horse. The 9-horse is coming in. The 7-horse is starting to make its move. 8-horse from the back of the pack. So right now it looks to me like you got the 1, the 5, the 6, and the 4 as your main competitors. The 7-horse might play. The 8-horse will have to do a lot of running late to get involved. So it's right now it is it's a 4-horse race right now. The 1 is biding his time on the rail, Terry. Just came through. Looks to me like the 1-horse is going to split horses here and head to the lead and take the lead, Terry.
Okay.
Yes. Venti's Valentine has the lead. You have so it looks to me like the 1-horse is going to be your winner. You have the 7-horse, the 5-horse kind of struggling on the rail. And then who's coming? Come on. Well, it's going to be the 8-horse is going to be putting a lot of pressure on this horse here, Terry. So you have the 8-horse. So it's going to go 1, 8, and 9, Terry.
Ooh, I missed my trifecta. But I got my exact.
I didn't get either one. I had the winner on top by itself, but I didn't get anything behind it. 8-horse. All right, let's see. So Belmont, race number 7. The 1-horse is your winner.
Okay.
1-horse, followed by he was a clean, easy winner. Followed by the 8-horse. Yeah. So Venti Valentine. So you got 3-1 over the 8-horse at 28-1. That's a nice little play right there for you, Terry.
It is, yeah.
And then you just couldn't get anything to the 9-horse. You didn't have the 9, right? Neither one of us had the 9-horse.
I did not. No.
13-1.
Yeah.
But you got the exacta there.
It should pay pretty good too.
Yeah, I would think it would pay to good because you had a couple horses that, like the 6 and the 7-horse, that were 3-1 as well. So you had a bunch of moderately priced favorites right there. It wasn't a clear favorite, so that I'd imagine those tickets would be split kind of 50-50 across evenly across those horses that were all similarly odds between 5-2 and 3-1.
Right.
All right, so let's see what that's going to pay. Next race coming up for us, Terry, is Gulfstream Park, race number 7. A few minutes to go here. He did it for 50 cents. Okay, yeah. So that's a $12 pick 4 for TJ. Hope you get that, TJ. It'd be nice to collect a nice ticket on the day, right?
Oh, my pick 4 is a lot more expensive.
Yours is?
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm doing mine right now. I think mine is $36.
Mine's 75.
Yeah, Terry always has the big money, folks. He's the
Well, it's hard to win if you don't get enough horses in there. So
unofficial. Venti Valentine over Captain's Daughter. Kendrick Caramouche coming in from the rallying hard late. So that's it's not really Kendrick's normal riding style.
Yeah, and it's disappointing for me because the one horse actually, I said it was my second pick, but it actually had the highest number. I had the highest number for that one. But then a lot of times when I go back and look at the form, I decide a little differently because I think the race is going to run a little different.
Yeah, well, I made easy work of that field, so I should have just bet all my life savings on the one horse to win.
Yeah, could have done that.
Yeah, that would not have been the wisest thing I've ever done. But
No.
I mean, right now in hindsight, it's dumb that I didn't. But you know what's even dumber, Terry?
What's
back in the day, I used to work at a futures firm. And when we were working at the futures firm, a lot of us were talking about Bitcoin and all these cryptocurrencies, right?
Yeah.
And at the time, I think Bitcoin was like $700, $800. I mean, it was cheap. And this one guy, he kept telling us, come on, let's buy it. Let's buy it. Let's buy it. And I kept saying, I don't know. It's just, money somebody made up on the internet. You know what I mean? Oh my Lord. Can you imagine if you had bought like, let's just say $800? Mm-hmm. You put like, maybe like $5,000 into it. So you bought like 5 of them or something, or 4 of them. Yeah. You'd be sitting on a boatload of money right now.
Absolutely. Because it's worth so much money. It's just amazing.
It's crazy what happened with that. All right. So the next race for us, we'll come back to look at the Belmont Park payoff, is Gulfstream Park race number 7, Terry. Okay. It's 1.16 miles on the Gulfstream. Let's see what track it's on, because they have so many tracks there now at Gulfstream Park. The only track in the world, right, Terry, with 3 different surfaces?
That's correct. Yeah. Absolutely.
So this one looks like to me it's on the regular dirt course. 1.16 miles, Terry. For optional claiming, $25,000. Non-winners of 1. Purse is $52,000. And you have a field, it looks to me like, of 7 horses. Who do you like the most?
In this race here, I like number, let's see. This is the
7th race.
7th race at Gulfstream. I actually like the number 6 horse, Short Circuit.
Short Circuit, 6-1, 5-1 morning line. Yeah, what do you like about that one? 3rd time off a layoff, coming off of grass to the dirt.
That's part of it, and I also like the trainer jockey. He's really really good. And then this year, doing pretty well this year. Had been in the money 71% of the time and won 29% of those races. And he's ran at Gulfstream before and ran 2nd. And during his career, he's won 122% of his races. So then I like number 2 as my second choice, Midnight Bella. And I like her because also in her career, she's been in the money 60% of the time, which is pretty nice. And out of 15 starts, she won 27% of that. And then this year, she's really done well. She's been in the money 80% of the time, winning 40% of the races. So my third pick would be number 7. Isadora.
So 627. So that $1 exacta, Terry, back there paid $72 and like
there you go,
something like that at Belmont. So yeah, really nice hit there, Terry. Good job, my man.
Thank you. Yeah,
you're welcome. It's it's always important to be recognized when you do well, right? Because Lord knows when you don't do well, people let you know about that, right?
They certainly do. I'll never bet your horses again.
Well, it's horse racing, Terry, right? So,
when we get time, I can tell you a little story about that. So, yeah.
So Gulfstream Park, race number 7, Terry, 1.16 miles, as we mentioned. It looks to me like it's on the regular dirt course. So at 1.16 miles on the regular dirt course, they've run 14 races. 6 of them were won by horses that were speed. It looks to me like maybe 1, maybe 2 actually wired the field, but the average horse is 4th or 5th. So I don't really know that the speed bias exists there. It looks to me like you kind of want horses that are going to come from off the pace, Terry, a little bit. It's based upon those numbers. As far as the post positions are concerned, Terry, it looks to me like, the rail only won 1 out of the 14, so maybe the rail has a tough trip. Outside of that, looks to me like inside out, so maybe the outside horses have a little better view of what's going on there. So since late pace figures are important, it looks like, let's take a look. Let's start there, Terry, and see which horse in the field has the best late pace numbers in race number 7. That looks like it's going to be the 7 horse, Terry, your third pick, as the horse that's going to be charging the latest, hardest. It also has the second best speed figure rating if we go to speed figures. So the 7 horse looks to me like a horse that should be really highly considered in this particular spot, Terry. He's 3-5 on the morning line. Right now, the 7 horse is 7-2. He is the third favorite behind the 3 horse, which is the Looking Like a Queen. Looking Like a Queen does grade out in terms of, let's see, where does Looking Like a Queen grades out as the top speed horse. So the 7 and 3 look like they're horses that should factor in this race. If you like the jockey trainer combination, Terry, because I know a lot of people like to play the jockey and trainers, then you got the 4 horse in there at 6-1 is a little bit of a price. And then there's your 6 horse, Terry. Yeah. Short circuit.
The 4 horse is actually my 4th pick. And, the 7 horse has the highest Briar number in the race. So
highest speed number from the last race?
Well, from highest buyer number.
At the track distance or just like for this race?
For this for its career,
Oh, so at the top number at the track?
Yeah.
All right. So we can take a look at that real quick too. See what his number is. I got this a little bit too big, so we can't see that track number back there. All right, here we go. So the top track number, let's see, at the track looks like it belongs to the 3 horse at the track, Looking Like a Queen.
Okay.
The 7 horse is slightly behind it with the 2 horse. So how are you going to play this one, Mr. Terry? How are you going to back up that $79 exacta?
Well, I'm going to bet at least $5 to win on the 6, but then I'm gonna box the. No, I'm going to put the 1 and the 2 on top, and then I'm going to put the 1
horse?
2. I'm sorry. Going to put the 5 or 6, 6 and the 2 on top, and then I'm going to put the 2, 4, 6, 7, and then again the 2, 4, 6, 7 for a trifecta.
So 6-2, 2-4-6-7, or 2-6, 2-4-6-7, 2-4-6-7 is your trifecta. 6-2-7. Are you going to exacta them, or just money on the 6 to win?
No, I'm just going to do money on the 6 to win.
All right, 6 to win. That's a nice price on that 6 there, Terry.
Yeah.
Let's see. For me, let me go. So 3-6-7-2, 3-6-7-2, and let's look at the late pace numbers here. Sort by the late pace. Do we have anybody here in the late pace that comes off that maybe gives us a little bit of a price, Terry? 7-2 and 3, 7-2 and 3 with the 6. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if there's any horse that might steal the lead and not look back, Terry. Early pace, 2 furlong, early pace. The 1 horse could get out to the lead here, Terry, and maybe not give it up. That could be the spoiler right there. So I am going to go with the. Yeah, I don't think he's going to do it. I think he's going to fade, though, Terry. So I'm just going to box the 3, the 7, the 6, and the 2 for an exacta and trifecta.
Okay.
And then maybe what I'll do is I'll go for just a small, like 10, 20 cent superfecta. I'll go 3, 6. I'll go 3, 6, 7 over to 3, 2, 3, 6, 7 over to 1, 2, 3, 6, 7 for like just a cheap. Just in case that 1 horse does get up in that front and stays there.
You just never know. It's horse racing.
You never do know.
Nope. Sometimes I'm surprised, and sometimes I'm not. So it just depends.
Yeah, I'm never surprised with horse racing whatsoever at all. Now you have your Keeneland pick four ready, right, Terry? Because
I do.
when this race is over, we got 10 minutes to Keeneland, and we're going to go through our pick fours. TJ shared his with us already. His again, if we look at his for Keeneland race 4 is the 6-7. He's doing it for 50 cents in race 1, leg 2, the 7, the 10, the 11, and 12 in race number 3, the 4, 5, 7, and in race leg number 4, the 1-8. Why don't and besides TJ, if you got a pick 4 that you're playing, share it with us on either Facebook or Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Share with us on, we won't look at the Twitter feed. Share with us on YouTube or on Facebook. We'll see it here. It'll pop up in our comment section, and we'll share it with everybody. While you're at it, if you like what you see, subscribe with us at YouTube. Like us on Facebook. Give us a thumbs up in both cases. Follow us on Twitter. When we go live, you'll know. Terry and I do a show every Monday at Monday through Thursday and sometimes Friday. Speaking of which, Friday's show, you have to go back out and check before you do any Breeders' Cup betting, because Tom, 22-1 Tom and Hollywood Hay here and myself, we went over every single European horse coming into the Breeders' Cup this weekend at Belmont to kind of pinpoint some international horses where you might find some value that you're not going to know a whole lot about based upon past performances. But if you head on over to Horse Racing Radar TV on YouTube and watch that, well, you'll be able to find all of the commentary and some great information in that, Terry, right?
That's absolutely right. It was very, very informative. I every year I have a hard time with those European horses coming from over there. And Tom's helped me out immensely, and that show was really good. I've watched it twice since then.
All right. Well, those are the two views. I'm glad to know. All right. So in Gulfstream, race number 7, the one horse, as I predicted, Madeira Wine has gotten to the lead, Terry. Hasn't cleared maybe by a half a length over the 7 horse, or the 5 horse Cultured, followed by Isadora Ada, and then the 2 horse Midnight Bella, just saving the time on the rail there. Let's see what these opening fractions look like. Ooh, the opening fractions are kind of slow, 25 and 4, basically. So the one horse might be able to maintain, and I'll be really upset with myself for not putting that in the exact trifectas, right?
Yeah, you sure will.
Absolutely. So the 1 and the 5, Madeira Wine and Cultured, are right up on the lead. The 2 horses now making its move up the rail, along with the 7, the 3 horses kind of lagging. The 6 is in the picture. They run the opening half in 50, Terry. That's not very fast.
No, it's slow.
Mm-hmm.
Very slow, yeah.
So the 5 horse and the 1 horse are still on the lead. We're looking here for the 2 horse to come involved.
Mm-hmm.
The 7 horse is making its move wide now. They still got a good hold on the 5 horse, Terry. It looks to me like the 5 horse is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, here comes the 6.
The 1 horse is starting to fade. Yep. Well, we did mention late pace being a key factor here. The 5 horse is starting to run a little green too in the wire. So 7 horse, looks like the 7 horse is going to be your winner. Maybe the 5 is fighting on though. 4 horse is coming hard on the outside. So it looks like it's going to be the 4 horse or the 7 horse. Can the 4 bring the 7 with it? No, the 5 horse, it went 4, 5, 7, folks.
Yep, 6 got kind of cut off. Didn't have anywhere to go.
Nope. So the 4 horse. Terry, you had the 4 horse in yours, but not in the oof. I don't like Keeneland very much. I mean,
you mean Gulfstream? I stay away from Gulfstreams most.
The thing about Gulfstream for me is I'm either really hot at it or really horrible at it. The 2 H's.
Yeah.
All right, Terry. So that we might as well hop over to Keeneland race number 7. It's the Brown Mill Stakes. It's 6 furlongs on the main track. So we can talk about our pick 4s real quick here, Terry.
Yeah.
Because that's. So let's start with your pick 4, Terry, in Keeneland for starting in race number 7. You got 6 minutes, so spit it out pretty quick.
Okay. Well, I like the number in the 7th race. I like the 2, 4, 6. The 8th race.
Hold on a second, because I got to find mine. All right, so you like the 2, 4, 6 in race 7. Uh-huh.
Yeah, and then in the 8th race, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. In the 9th race, I like the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. And in the last race, I like the 1 and the 9.
All right, so how much is that one you say? Like $1 million?
$75.
$75. All right, so Terry's always on the prime rib budget. I'm on the like sirloin hamburger budget here. So in race number 7 for me, I'm starting us off with the 2 and the 4. And then in race number 8, the 9, 10, and 11. In race number 9, the 5, the 6, and the 7. And then I'm going to close it out in race number 10 with the 1, the 2, the 9, and the 10, Terry. And mine is a $36 ticket, so half of yours, a little bit more than TJ's. Again, that's why don't you share your ticket one more time?
Okay, my ticket is 246 with the 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, with the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, with the 1 and 9.
Yes, and I'm in race 7. I'm going 2, 4, 9, 10, 11 in race 8. Race number 9, the 5, 6, and 7. Race 10, the 1, 2, 9, and 10. And just to rehash TJ's real quickly one more time, he's going with the 6, 7, with the 7, 10, 11, and 12, with the 3, 4, 7. 4, 5, 7 with the 1 and the 8. I'm on the all beef hot dog budget. Yes, we usually do the hot dog ones, right? So the looks like the all beef hot dog belongs to TJ right there. His is only at $12 for 50 cents. So hopefully,
good.
Yeah, hopefully they all win somehow, some way.
Be nice.
So race number 7, Terry, as I mentioned at Keeneland, is the Brown Mill Stakes, Bowman Mill Stakes, excuse me. It is a race that is, let's see, let me page down here. It's 6 furlongs on the main track. Looks to me like speed is a factor again, Terry. We've seen speed get to the front on these sloppy tracks and kind of hang in there, right? So,
yeah.
How are you going to play this race?
Well, I like the number 4 as my top pick, Nakatomi, and then
Nakatomi, yeah, right.
Yeah, and then I like the number 2 as my second pick. And the number 6 is my third pick. So
all the even numbers.
Yeah. So I'm going to bet 10 to win on the 4, and then I'm going to box the 1, the 2, 4, 6 for a $5 exacta, and then I'm going to put the 4 on top of the 2 and 6 for a $5 exacta.
So if speed is the way, Terry, you might find yourself a little bit of a long shot in here, because if we pull this up, the early pace figures belong here to the 3 horse, Terry, the 3 and the 5. Hope in Him and Lucky Shot. Those 2 horses should get towards the front. Right behind them will be the 4 horse, one of the favorites, Nakatomi. And then you got the 7 and the 6 on the way home, Terry. If late pace is going to play a factor in here on the way home, I got the, let's see, you got to put my, why? That's not right. Cancel. Hold on. I see why. All right. So sort by the late pace numbers coming home, Terry. It looks to me like the fastest horse on the way home is going to be the 2 horse, which is one of your picks, Chat a Lot, followed by the 6 horse and the 4 horse. Those have a lot of late pace for sure. And then if you like the jockey trainer combo angle, Terry, who's got the best jockey trainer at combo? That is the 4 horse, the 4, 5, 7, and 6. All right, Terry. So let me take a look at how I'm going to put the 3 in mind, just because he's got that early pace numbers, Terry, just in case I'm looking for one of these horses to get for me off to the early pace as a shot and stay there and win. So I'm going to put the 4 horse. I'm going to go trifecta, key the 4, Terry, over the 2, the 3, 6, and 7. That's going to be my play in this race.
Okay.
So TJ in this race, he says he's liking the 7 over the 1, 4, 6 in a tri-key box. Let's see how they play out, Terry.
Let's see.
So they're heading to the post right now. We have 1 minute to post in this race. It looks to me like as they head, the 1 horse is scratched, Terry, in this race, right? So neither one of us have one in the rankings,
no,
right?
we don't. Yeah.
And then the 4 horse right now, the favorite is the 2 horse. Well, actually, the 7 horse is the favorite at 8 to 5. And then followed by the 2 horse at 2 to 1. Then the 4 horse at 3 to 1. Then you got the 3 and the 5 and the 8 as some long shots.
Yep.
So I think of the long shots, the 3 probably has the best shot because it has early pace, something the other ones don't have.
Yeah.
And into the gates they go at Keeneland for race number 7, folks. for the Brown Mill or the Bowman Mill Stakes or something along that lines. I forget. The Bowman Mill Stakes, $150,000. These are 2-year-olds, Terry. So you never know what's going to happen with these babies.
I know they're hard to handicap sometimes because that's where you get a lot of the big long shots that win.
Well, I got my 3 in here, Terry. I don't know if it's going to win, but I have him in my trifecta behind the 4-horse.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like some of the late money's coming in on the 4 because he went down from 3-1 to 5-2. Otherwise, the 2 and the 7 have stayed. Their odds have stayed stable. And goes to 6. I think you got the 7 and the 8 to load, and then off they go, Terry. It's raining down there in Lexington, Kentucky still. So no chance for that track to improve whatsoever at all. 8-horse is not liking the rain. He's shaking it off like a dog.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you got me out here doing, man? Put me back in that warm stall with the hay. Just not the Bob Baffert hay.
Yeah, that they get the what do they call it? Drugs in there or whatever.
Well, the guy peed on it or something.
Yeah.
All right. So so out of the gates they go. Early on, you have the 2 and the 3 battling it out for the lead, followed closely by the 6-horse as they head into down the backstretch into the first turn. So Chat a lot on the lead, hoping him out to his outside, followed by the 6-horse, which is running a little bit. The 6 and the 7 are 4 wide, 29, 21, and 9. That's a pretty fast opening quarter. So that 2-horse is going to have to really be brilliant to hold everybody off there, Terry. Into the turn they come. So the 3-horse's early speed is fading. So you got some fast fractions, which should set up well for the horses that like to come off the pace, Terry. So
yeah, that's true.
The 4-horse is going wide. You got the 7 and the 8 are coming. The 4-horse looks like it's coming hardest at the end, but can't go straight. 7-horse to the lead. The 4-horse is coming hardest on the outside, Terry. Looks to me like the 4-horse is going to run by them all, Terry.
I hope so. Yeah, I think so. It's mine.
I don't know. The 7-horse is kind of hanging in there tight.
Come on, 4. Come on, 4.
Yes, the 4-horse runs by them all, so it's going to go 4, 7, and 2, 6. 4, 7, 2, 6, Terry.
Okay.
So you have the 4. You didn't have the 7, though, right?
No, I did not.
I had the 4 on top of the 2, 7, 6. So I hit my trifecta there, Terry.
Yeah, you did. TJ had the 7 though.
Did he?
Yeah, but he didn't get the 4. So poor his pick 4 is done.
All right, but your pick 4 and my pick 4 are still alive.
Yeah.
So the 4-horse sweeps to the lead. So it goes 4, 7, and then the 2-horse. So I wonder what that trifecta is going to pay.
I don't know. Well, the 4 was pretty much favorable, wasn't it?
Well, it wasn't when we played them out there, and the 7-horse is right behind too. So I mean, they're all pretty much favorites, but the 2-horse is right in the mix there too. So probably not a whole lot. Would have been nice if the 6-horse had managed to get by, but that's all right. I'll take a winner.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, I basically singled them up on top of there, so not bad. I wish you would have stayed at 3-1. Yeah, it is. It was a very chalky race for sure, TJ. I agree with you. But we survive and advance, Terry, to the next leg of the pick 3.
That's right. Pick 4.
Pick 4. Oh, yes. So next up, Terry, we have 5 minutes to Belmont Park, race 8. So let's zoom over to the East Coast where the track is still wet. You have a 10-horse field. The 10-horse is the heavy favorite at 10-1, Terry. So at Belmont, race number 8, Terry, who's your top pick?
All right. In the Belmont race number 8, I like the heavy favorite, the 10-horse. And then I like the 7. And then I like the 8 and the 1.
10, 7, 8, 1. How are you going to play those horses, Terry?
Well, I'm going to play 20 to win on that 10. And then I'm going to put the 10 on top of the 1, 7, 8 for $5 exacta. Then I'm going to box for $2 exacta. The 1, 7, 8, 10.
1, 7, 8, and 10. You're going to box them for $2. All right. So then this is a mile and a 16th on the main track, Terry. It's sloppy. It's still only a one-turn race at Belmont. So looking at the distance and surface, Terry, so far they've had 14 races at the distance. 8 of the 14 were won by speed horses. The typical winner is usually third. So it looks to me like you kind of want to have a horse that's got tactical speed and not straight up front end speed. This ain't a cult, right? No, this ain't a cult, Rock and Ray. We're not going to head off to Jonestown and drink any Kool-Aid. Not our thing, my friend. We're going to hear talk about horses. So looking at the early pace figures, Terry, let's see who's going to be in that sweet spot, third or fourth. You got the 2, the 8s. Those horses look like they might be a part of the mix. If you like the horses for the course, Terry, if you like that angle, then you're going to find that the 8 horse there, Terry, as the best number at the track, followed by the 4 horse. And then the 7, the 4, and the 8. Those guys look like they like Belmont. If you like the jockey trainer angle, Terry, that's if you think about it, the jockey trainers, they usually get the better trainers get the better horses, the better jockeys get the better rides, that sort of stuff. Yep. The 2 horse grades out as the top jockey trainer combo, Terry. If we look at the speed figures, which horse has got the best history of putting up speed numbers? We have the 8, the 7, the 4. So the 8 showing up a couple times there, Terry. You like that 8 horse?
I do. Yeah, I like it.
So for me in this race, Terry, let's see, how am I going to go ahead and play this race, Terry? My horses rank out with the 7, the 10, the 4, and the 8. This is a wide open race, though, Terry, because you got a lot of horses that have some pretty similar numbers. So let's see, 7, 10. Let's see, I got the 1, 2, 4, 8, 7, 10. So 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, and 10. I'm going to look to see which ones have the best late pace figures, Terry, and that's where I'm going to make my plays, because in these longer races, you got to have a little bit of legs late. So 7, 8, 4, and 1. So that's where I'm going to go, Terry. I'm going to box the 1, the 4, the 7, and the 8. I'm going to throw out the 10, Terry, right here. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, that's good. A lot of times I'll throw that hard favorite out. So what's he going off at right now?
Right now, the 10 horse is 2-1. So for $1 box, Terry, 1, 4, 7, 8 on the exacta for me. And let's see, based upon the odds, what the hell? I'll throw it in there for a trifecta too and see how they come in. I'm hoping that maybe the 10 horse can fade a little bit late.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
So 1 minute to post time, Terry, and let's go back real quick and see if that that chalky trifecta paid anything. Probably not, right?
Not much.
Yeah. No. So the chalky trifecta paid $10.10. So,
how many did you box? 4 or 3?
I know I went I keyed.
Oh, that's right. You keyed it.
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So,
I think you played $3 or something like that.
Yeah. So not bad. I'll take that.
Oh yeah.
I was like
tripled your money.
$6 because I had a few horses in the back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that you go chalk in a 2-year-old race. That's really unusual. I agree with you wholeheartedly, TJ. All right, so they're at Belmont right now. They are still rolling around. There's a ton of stakes races today, Terry. I had to handicap 22 of them. So
wow.
Yeah, for over there, because I do a lot of handicapping. I'm one of the handicappers at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. So make sure if you want some picks across every track, every horse, every race, every play, best bets, all that kind of stuff, Guaranteed Tip Sheet, we got you covered with all of that. All right, so here they're lining up. So far, we got a couple of horses in the stall. It looks like once again, the 3 horses not comfortable. Must be something about that 3 stall tape.
Might be.
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of, there's a puddle there, so maybe he doesn't like the puddle.
7 doesn't want to go in either.
My dog doesn't like puddles. It's the funniest thing, Terry. I have a lab, right? Yeah. Labs are hunting dogs. And hunting dogs are supposed to like water. My dog is supposed to be a water dog.
Right.
If there's a mud puddle or even like the ground is discolored with a little bit of dampness, it jumps over the water. It's really kind of funny.
Wow.
It is really funny, to be honest with you.
Yeah, they finally got the 7 in.
Yeah, so while you're waiting for the race, folks, head on over to the bottom of the screen there and subscribe to our our channel here. Again, Terry and I do a lot of live stuff. This is the Breeders' Cup week coming up. We're going to have a lot of great content for the Breeders' Cup, so you're going to want to make sure you catch that. We'll do the profile of a winner for just about every race. We're going to go ahead and do, of course, we'll make our picks, all that kind of good stuff. So it should be a really solid week of information heading into the Breeders' Cup, Terry.
Yep.
And let's see, right now, they're off. The 10-horse Terry gets to the lead. The Trini's Luck, the favorite.
That's right.
Yes,
right
indeed.
out there front. But they're sketching him.
The 8 and the 4 are heavy on its tail. I have the 8-horse. Come on, 8-horse, get by his ass. Let's go. That would be a nice little price there, 12-1.
You would be, yeah.
I like horses right behind him. I just need him to go buy them, Terry. Come on.
Stay out there, 10.
Well, he's starting to pull away a little bit. I don't think he had to run such fast fractions, so we'll see. But the 4 and the 8, they're not giving up, Terry.
No, they're not.
It looks like the 4 is going to go by him on the inside, but you never know. Nice, holding strong. Here comes the 1 to make its charge.
Yeah. 8 staying up there too.
Yeah, the 4 is going wide. Comes the 2 up the rail. The 2 horse is going to be the one that scares us all, Terry. Yeah. The 8 horse just died off.
Yeah, poor thing.
So it looks to me like the 4 horse is going to be the one that's challenging, but that 2 horse is coming like a monster, Terry.
He sure is.
Yeah, he rolls by everybody.
He's just flying like crazy.
And then the 1 is going to come right behind him, it looks like. So, no. Yeah, the 2 is going to get by. It looks like the 1's going to run by the 4 as well at the wire. So,
yeah.
2, 1, 4, and 6. Neither one of us had the 2. You had the 2 there, Terry?
No, I did not.
I had the 1, 4, 7, 8. All right, well.
I didn't do very well in that race whatsoever.
Well, the 2 horse went off at 15-1, Terry. So let's figure out, how could you have gotten the 2?
I don't know. I had the 1 as my third pick, but I don't know. Let me look here at the 2. Let's see.
Well, the 2 didn't have any late pace numbers. Sort by, let's see, by speed.
He showed some early speed, a couple of feet, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, he had essentially tied for the 3rd best speed figure in the race, Terry. So if we bring this up here, hold on, I'll bring it up on the screen. It's just a matter of what you want to new guarantee.
You know what?
That email guaranteed. Good to see you. New guarantee, lost last.
Yeah. The 2 also loves the off track.
Yeah.
3 races and finished 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
So if you look here at the speed figures too, Terry, it's right there. The 2 horse is the 4th fastest horse in terms of speed figures.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you played speed figures in terms of the track numbers, though, it didn't really run so well at the track. Although you did mention it did like the speed. It did look to me too like it was one of the top speed horses. So if you had played speed numbers and pace numbers, speed and pace, then you might have ended up on the 2 horse because he is the 2nd in terms of early pace. Although he didn't put it there because he came from off the pace. But if you're a pace and speed number. Rockin' Ray says he's bought some lead pencils, so he's going to join forces. Yeah, give us your picks, Rockin' Ray. I want to know who you got. We got a little bit of time for the next race, Terry.
Okay.
That's going to be Gulfstream Park, 9 minutes to race number 8. So let's go through the horses in Gulfstream Park, race number 9, which is it race number 9, Terry, coming up? Race number 8. Forgive me, folks.
8.
7 furlong race. It is the Ocala Stud Juvenile Sprint Stakes. And if you like golf, Louis Oosterhuizen bought a big farm in Ocala. It's going to probably, once his horse racing career, his golfing career is over, I think you're going to see Louis Oosthuizen become a big player in the, at least in the breeding side of horses, Terry, because I know they got a lot of training grounds, and Ocala is a big place in Florida for horse racing.
Mm-hmm, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
So let's go down the field here, Terry. Make It Big is the 1 horse, the morning line favorite at 8-5, and right now it is the public's favorite at 9-5. So moving up a little bit in odds. What do you think about him?
I like him a lot. He won that race so easily, Gulfstreams last time, and no problem at all. He was a hard favorite.
Yeah, 4 to 5.
Yeah, and the jockey trainer combination is last 14 days done really well. It won 25% of the races, been in the money almost over 50%, or almost 50%, or a little more than 50%. Has a really good workout where he was the 7th best out of 105 workouts that day. So yeah, that's my top pick.
Yeah, what I like about that horse, Terry, is again, when you look at horses that are coming, I'm not a big fan of the maiden jump, especially maiden jump to a stakes race. I know this is a low priced, non-graded stakes Friday. It's not the top level, grade 1, grade 3, grade 2, that sort of thing. So that it doesn't bother me as much. But what I do like is when the horse does break its maiden, like Make It Big did last time, when it does so with the highest last race speed figure. So that tells me the horse does belong with the other horses in this field. So it's not overmatched. It's not making a big move up. And the last time it ran was on October the 9th, which it won by 8 1/4 lengths, Edgar Zayas and Safi Joseph Jr. What amazes me is those are two of the best down there in Florida. And yet you put them together and they have a positive ROI of 42 cents on the dollar. That's not bad.
No, that's good.
And then after that race, where it won by 8 1/2 lengths, came back, ran the 7th fastest of 105. So it didn't run against like 6 or 7 other horses that day on the track. It ran against 104 other horses, and only 6 managed to put in a faster time. And I wonder who those 6 are.
Yeah, I wonder too.
I mean, are they stakes quality? I mean, what kind of horses are they? So in any case, I agree with you. The one horse looks pretty sharp. Also a $120,000 horse. So he wasn't cheap for the owner of the Red Oak stable there. Just Leo, the 2-horse. Terry, what about that horse? What's on your mind about Just Leo?
Yeah, I'm, let's see, number 2, 8th race. Yeah, he's my 4th pick. I like the jockey. And so, yeah, he's not bad at all.
Yeah, Edwin Gonzalez. Yeah, good jockey down there. 20%.
Won 2 out of 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 out of 3 this year. So then the number 3 horse. Well,
if you back up to the 2-horse real quick, Terry.
Yeah.
One of the things that I like about this horse, so the 89 ran with the aid of a crop, whereas Just Leo did that number at Monmouth, where they don't get the aid of a crop.
Right.
So you might be able to actually be a little bit better than that. So I think a 2-horse be one to kind of look out for. The 3-horse, Clapton, controversial Eric Clapton these days. What do you think about that horse?
Yeah, other than switching to a high percentage jockey and having a pretty good workout, it's not a horse that I'm going to play.
No. The 4-horse, the Green Crusade. So so one of the things I try to do, Terry, is figure out how can the horse win, right? What does it need to do to win? So the only thing, it has to run back to this race back here. So 81, which is the best race it's ever won with Chantlin Sutherland on board, and hasn't been able to get towards the front again. I do like the speed work out here, Terry. The second fastest of 105 on the 24th. Let's see, was this one on the 24th? Yes, 4 furlongs. So they worked out on the same day, Terry, and Clapton actually worked out better than the 1-horse.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So maybe a little bit of a shocker coming there from the 3-horse.
Could be. I just didn't like the last race. And is Chantel on this horse again, or is
she's not on the horse.
She's not. I didn't think so. Yeah.
No, Ismael Jaramillo is on it. He's not bad a jack either. He's winning at 18%. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm. But interestingly, Zayas rode this horse in its debut and opts to ride on the 1-horse. The 4-horse, the Green Crusader. Again, this is a horse that has that highest last race speed figure tie, Terry, that we talked about off of the maiden score. But I don't like to see it in the 3rd or 4th try. I like to see it in its debut. So maybe the horse does all right this time out. It has put in a bullet workout at a practice facility since, but only 4 horses. So I might fade the 4 a little bit here.
Yeah, he's got a good work on the October 12th, and he is tied with another horse for the best dirt speed. But it's another one that I probably will not play.
So the Lightning Larry is a 3rd to tie for the highest last race speed figure, but that did that at optional, claiming 75,000. Coming back, looking at the horse, only other 2-race cycle, Terry, its debut in round number 2. You saw some nice improvement in round 2. So if this horse improves in round 2, Terry, it could be very difficult to beat.
You're right about that. It really improved its race between August 28th and coming back on the 14th of October. So he got a pretty good speed rating there. So
number 6 is Spunktacular. That sounds like a good name for Halloween, right? Spunktacular.
Yeah, absolutely.
Last time out, did run a pretty good race. Has been on the bench since September the 11th. The workouts since then, Terry, are not inspiring, although Edgar Prado is a staple down there in South Florida.
Yeah. And, a couple of at least one of the workouts was on a muddy track. So what I really like about this horse is it's improved every race since its maiden race. And it got a nice 85 speed rating last time. And it has a really good early running style. So for me, if I'm going to bet, I'm going to bet the 1 and 6. I'm going to box them in a $10 exacta. And then I'm going to take the 1 over the 6 and the 5 in a $10 exacta. So that's $40.
So 1 over the 6 over the 165. Mm-hmm. I am going to go, Terry. I'm going to put the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 5 together, Terry, in a exacta and trifecta box. And I'm going to hope to beat that 1 horse is what I'm going to do.
Okay.
I do like that 3 horse out. Which one was it? The 4 horse that outtrained the 3 horse, Terry?
Yeah, that's the one I think you said. Yeah.
So I do like to see that, especially because those were a lot of horses on that particular day getting into that barn. So now it's actually the 3 horse that outworked them.
Yeah, the 3 did. They had a great work.
That's why I put the 3 in there. Yep.
Yeah.
So we got 0 minutes to post, Terry. And then after that, we're going to speed on off to Keeneland for race 2, leg 2 of the pick 4. I don't know that we'll make it all the way through the pick 4. I think we'll probably do one more race at Keeneland and make it to race 9 and then call it a day. What do you think?
Yeah. I've got some things I have to take care of. So going to Breeders' Cup, I got to get ready. So
yes, I told you Terry's the money guy, man. He's heading off to the Breeders' Cup.
Yeah.
So if you want to, you can go ahead and hit Terry up on our Facebook or Twitter page and see if maybe you can have a little contest and he'll buy you a little trinket and get it off to you if you give him a pick 4.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, so they're walking to the gate at Gulfstream Park. It's going to be a minute before they take off, Terry. So, what are your thoughts about this format? Do you like it when we're doing a lot of different tracks at different times?
Yeah, it can be difficult. I think in the future I'm going to do a little more preparation before we get to it. But yeah, I like it. It's fun. It makes the time goes by really fast and enjoyable and. Yeah, I think so. I think people like it too. I see we get a lot of comments, which is good. I like to see a lot of comments. Yeah,
I like for people to engage too. Let us know what you're thinking, what you're betting. We like to see that because horse racing is horse racing, and this is a community, and we all want to learn, right?
That's right. Yep.
So if you got something that works for you, share it because we share everything that we think works. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that work on the horse racing radar, tomorrow it's Halloween, so happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy, everybody. In my neighborhood, there used to be a ton of trick-or-treaters, Terry. I live in Chicago in a neighborhood called Logan Square, and the Logan Boulevard is right at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm going to post a dead red R6 in a minute selection, race 6. Okay, so let's get a DED. Is that Delaware Downs? Delta Downs. Is that what you mean, Rock and Ray? But in any case, all the kids, though, go down on the boulevard now. If you go down on the boulevard, which is about, a block and a half from my house, there'll be hundreds and maybe even thousands of kids down there. Wow. So you would think that you would get like a couple of people that would trickle through the block, but they don't. So I go out and buy all the candy that I like because I know the kids aren't going to knock on the door. Right. And then what's left over is the stuff that I like.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, they're off.
And they're off. So you got the 2 horse, Just Leo on the lead, Terry. Yeah, followed by the 6 horse is Spunktacular. Then you got Make It Big on the rail. The 3 horses right there, Terry. The one that worked nicely with him. And the 4 horses really being asked by the jockey right now, Miguel Angel Vasquez is telling them, let's go, let's go. It looks to me like the 6 horse is, it looks to me like right now, Terry, it's the 2, the 6.
Broke pretty bad. So
yeah, the 3 horses dying off right now, Terry.
Yep.
It looks to me like the jockey's looking between his legs on the 5 horse, so on the 6 horse. He thinks he has something.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think because the other horses are going right by him right now. So the 2 horses on the rail, Terry. The horse has got the lead. It looks like he's going to go with the 5. Here comes the 5. So you got the 2, the 5. The 3 and the 1 are really fighting, but the 1 is really interfering with the 3 horse, Terry, making it hard for him to get in there.
That's right.
So the 1 horse takes the lead in the stretch. It's going to go 1, 5, and 3 with the 6, Terry.
Oh boy, they're bumping back and forth, that 1 and that 3. So
yes.
I guess it might be an inquiry.
It goes 1, 5, 3. So I have the exacta and trifecta, Terry.
Yeah, well, I do too. I have a $10 exacta 1, 5.
Yep. And you have the other one 1, 6 too, but that
I did, yeah.
The 6 didn't show up there.
Did not. But that 1, like
I saw both Bobby Fischer's book and Howard Cosell in Logan Square Bookstore. Yeah, we're at in Rock and Ray in Logan Square Bookstore. It's where I live now. So if you're familiar with Chicago, there's Fullerton is to the south of me, and Logan Boulevard is to the north of me. Western is to the east of me, and there's a train and the highway runs there. I-94 runs up into Milwaukee, and that area used to be like boxed off. But now with the new management here running Chicago, this city is getting absolutely crazy, Terry.
Wow.
It absolutely needs new leadership. I mean, used to be you could walk around my neighbor. So I would go walk my dog at night, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. My daughter would get up and go walk the dog. I had no worries whatsoever because it's kind of like a lot of families, a community. But it doesn't feel that way anymore.
No, it's true. I feel a lot less safe when I go out at night now. Like if I go to the store or something like that.
There's a couple McDonald's in is that the one on Milwaukee, Ray? Is that the one, or the one on Western and Fullerton? I mean, Armitage and Western. Those are the 2 that I'm mostly aware of. There's a few other ones if you go a little bit farther away. But the one on McDonald's that you talk about, if it's the one on Milwaukee, like Milwaukee by the Logan train station right there, they literally just had somebody shot there a couple nights ago. A Good Samaritan stepped out of his car, and I don't want to talk about that stuff. But anyway, Terry. So yes, it goes 1, 5, 3, and 6, Terry, at Gulfstream Park.
That's right. So you got the trifecta, right?
And the exacta.
Yeah. I don't see where they're doing any inquiries either between.
Yeah, they should get that. They should have bounced that one and but then I wouldn't win. Yeah, I would win because I boxed them. Put them behind the 3.
Yeah, that'd pay better for you.
Mm-hmm.
It'd screw me up, but that'd pay you better for you.
That's okay.
You don't mind, huh?
I'm not like that, Terry.
I know you better than that. You're
all right, so we got 5 minutes to race 8 at Keeneland. We're going to do one more race 9 at Keeneland, then we're going to be done. So race number 8 at Keeneland, Terry. Let's hop over to Keeneland real fast.
Okay.
And see what the details are for race 8 at Keeneland. Race number 8, we have the Bryan Station Stakes with all this Brandon stuff going on in the radio and stuff. I almost couldn't read that there. I was a little bit confused. So it's a mile. This one was supposed to be on the turf, Terry. It looks like it is on the turf. It is a yielding course, so you got some scratches. The 1, the 2 are scratched. The 4 are scratched, and the 8 is scratched. So looking at those numbers, Terry, who do you like? On a yielding course, usually favors closers. That's been my experience. What do you think?
Yeah. I actually like, let me look here real quick for something I want to check out. Yeah, I actually like the number 9 the best.
Yeah, so in your pick 4, you had the 3, the 6, the 9, the 10, 11. I think you had the whole field here, Terry.
Yeah, almost. But
if you don't get this one,
I like the 9 as my top pick. So, and he's 10-1 in the morning line. I don't know what his odds are right now, but morning line he was 10-1. So,
I'm worried a little bit about this 12 horse, Terry. Maybe we'll see, because the 12 horse. Let's see. So let's take a look at the late pace figures, Terry. Sort by late pace. Let's go largest to smallest. I'm not so worried about the 12 horse. Looking at that, I had him in reverse order at the Metro Logan station. Yeah, they actually had someone just shot right there, Ray, just a couple days ago. It's terrible. It used to be really kind of a, I don't know what you want to call, like a neighborhood where like the artsy people would hang out. So on the way home, you got the 9 horse, Terry. Your Scarlet Sky is the best late pace figures. Tied with the 10, the 13 horse, Terry, might be one that can scare us in our pick fours. Neither one of us have the 13 either, Terry. We both stopped at the 11.
I know. Yeah.
If you like the jockey trainer combos, Terry, let's see. Who do we like on the jockey trainer combos? The best jockey trainer combo belongs to the 9 horse again, the 9 and the 10. Then the 6, like a king. Should all live like a king, Terry.
Yep. We should.
According to the power rankings, Terry, the 10 and the 11. So we're starting to see some of these numbers pop in there. It looks like the 6 horse might be one that can be a little scary too. You have the 6. I don't have the 6, Terry.
Yeah, I do have the 6. I like this. It's my second pick. So
if somebody gets out to a good lead, Terry, it's going to be the 12 and the 3 and the 1. Those guys, well, the 12 horse looks like the 12 and the 3 look like they have a decided advantage early out.
Yeah.
So here we go. Delta Downs. He has 10 horses in the field allowance race. Actions 3 and 9 in morning lines. 3 + 7 bet longer. So what race is this? Delta Downs race 6. He has the 3-7 over the 110. Is that an exacta? Right? Or are you boxing that, wheeling that? How are you working that? All right, Terry. So how are you going to bet this race? Relative, notwithstanding the pick 4 that we have.
Yeah, it's a wide open race, very wide open. And I like the number 9 as my first pick. The number 6 is my second pick. The number 10 is my third pick. Number 3 is my fourth pick. And I actually got a 5th pick, which is the 11.
Hey, so there's only 6 horses in the field. One of them's one of them's definitely going to win, Terry.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to box them in an exacta. All 5 of those for $1, which is a $20 bet. And then I'm going to take the 6 and the 9 on top on a trifecta with the 3, 6, 9, 10, 11 in the second and third place.
All right. So for me, Terry, in this particular leg, I'm going to go with I like the 9, 10, and 11. Those are my top 3 horses for sure. So let's see what's going on here with this stupid computer. I'm going to go and let's see. That 12 horse has a little bit of a chance to get out to a lead, Terry. I'm afraid of that horse getting away from the pack and run. So I'm going to box the 4. I'm going to box the 9, the 10, the 11, and the 12, Terry, for a trifecta. And I'm just going to do it for an exacta here, Terry. Yeah. What the heck? I won that last race doing the same thing. So I'll go ahead and box the 9, the 10, the 11, and the 12 as my trifecta right there, Terry, and the exacta.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
So when you say pick it, so exacta trifecta, so you can wheel it, the 3-7 with the 110. That's what he's doing with the trifecta, maybe the exacta as well. So for Delta Downs, race number 6. Okay, Keeneland, they're in the gates right now. Let's see how that race, and they're off. Okay. How you like my opening call, Terry?
That's good. Let's go.
The 12 horse powers to the lead, actually clears really easily, Terry.
Yeah, that's what you thought. That's what you said.
Got down to the rails, so the jockey was able to save some ground on the 12 horse.
Yeah, and he actually stumbled coming out of the gate too.
So Dreamer's Disease, but I don't like the fact that he kind of went a little wide on the turn there. But maybe the rail's a little bit sloppy, a little bit wet and heavy, and he wanted to get off the rail. So it's tough to say. So right now, David Cohen has got Dreamer's Disease on the lead, probably about a tail ahead of the 11 horse, which is Camp Hodge, driven by Brian Joseph Hernandez, followed closely by the 13 and the 10. So the outside horses, Gallant Guy, and yes, this time you got all the major outside horses in there, Terry.
That's great.
Unfortunately, neither one of us have this 12 horse in our pick 4. Terry.
I don't know, and it's kind of scary. He's running pretty easy.
Yeah, he got a 49 and change on the opening quarter, so that's a little bit on the fast side. Especially in the slop, I feel like. So now the other horses are starting to come a little bit.
Yeah.
Looks like the 11 horses, he's just edging up on it. So the question is, does the 12 horse have the legs to hold off? Nope, the 11 horse is powering to the lead. Terry.
Yeah, he was in a good spot running second like
Yeah,
that,
I think the 6 horse might run them all down, though. But no, he just kind of collided a little bit with the 10 horse. So, no, the 11 horse is your winner, folks. He's starting to slow down a little bit, Terry.
Yeah.
So it looks to me like it's going to finish 11, and then the 6 and the 10. That's how it's finishing. So,
all right.
Did you have the 11 in your? It doesn't look like you had the 11 in your big exacta there, though. Did you? Yeah, 9, 6, 11, 3, and 5. I wrote down.
Yeah, I boxed 5 horses for $1, so that was a $20 bet. I didn't get the trifecta, but I got the exacta, and I've got my pick 4 still going. I wonder, is your pick 4 going still?
Yes, I had the 11 in there. I wrote down on your exacta the 9, the 6, the 10, the 3, and the 5.
Oh, really?
Yes.
9, 6, 3, and 5. But I had said the 11 too. So
okay.
Yeah, because when I box 5 horses, it's for $1. It's $20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see how that Delta Downs race work out over here. Was it Delta or Delaware? Probably Delaware. I don't know. Delaware Park. I don't see Delta running on here yet.
Yes, I think it's Delaware, right?
Oh, no, Delta Downs race 6. Yes. How did Delaware Downs race 6 go out? So it went 9, 10, and 7. And 2. So we had the 10 in there. But the 9 horse pulls off the upset. All right, so back to Keeneland, Terry.
Okay.
You know what? We're going to have to fast forward to Belmont. It's 3 minutes to rate. So it goes 11, 6, and 10 at. Yeah, see, I didn't write down I didn't have the 10 for you. I mean, the 11, Terry. I had the 10 in there instead, but I must have written it down wrong. All right, Belmont, race number 9, which is the Empire Classic Handicap, 1 1/8. Again, it's a 1-turn race at Belmont, Terry.
Yep.
You have, let's see, Belmont race number. Let me go to Belmont real quick. You have no scratches in this race. The 5 horse here, Terry, American Revolution, is a huge favorite at 2-5, Terry. Do you think anybody's going to beat him or not?
No, I don't.
No?
I think he's pretty much a standout. So
yeah, let's see. Yeah, he looks like a standout according to the ranking system here, Terry. But I think even in a stakes race, you got to try to beat a 2-5 because it's horse racing.
That's true, and so the only way I would bet this race is I'd go all 5 and then 5 all. And then I'd do a $10 exacta from the 5 to the 2 and the 5 to the 8.
So here's what I'm going to do, Terry. I'm going to try to beat him, but just for a small dollar amount. So I'm going to go. Hold on a second. Hold on. Sort by. I'm going to go. Here's what I'm going to do, Terry, because we're going to hit the gates here pretty fast. This is, I think, a pretty wide open race. So I am going to go the 1-2 over the 1, 2, 5, and 8 for a trifecta.
Okay.
5 probably beats the hell out of me, Terry, for sure. But I'm not. What are you going to do, right?
Yeah, I know.
You got to try to beat him. There's no other way around it.
That's right. Well, that's why I do that deal with all over 5 because a lot of times that really protects my bet. Sometimes I make pretty good money doing that. So,
yeah.
So my bets come out to $34 worth. So,
yeah, I think mine comes out to 12.
Yeah. So I bet about 3 times more than you do, I guess.
And they're in the gates, Terry. So what we'll do is we'll work through the next race at Keeneland. If we're still alive at the end of that for the pick 4s, Terry, we'll talk about the potential payouts and then we'll call it a day. What do you think? Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, yeah. So you want to do the next race? You're saying Keeneland, and then look at
Once
the
it goes,
payouts and then
once it
call.
goes to final, if we're both still alive, then we'll talk about what the potential payouts, and we'll call it a day. We'll go enjoy our Saturdays.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So coming out of the gates, Terry, Seafoam has the lead, which is not surprising. They follow closely by the 1 horse, that is Captain Bombastic, and the 2 horse, 3 Jokers. You have the 3 horse in there as well, Mr. Buff. Mr. Buff moving wide on the outside to challenge the 7 horse. So the opening quarter number should be posted pretty shortly. Yes, 22 and 8. So not the fastest for a mile and an eighth, but certainly it is on the fast side, especially in the slop. So I wouldn't be surprised to see one of these horses, or if not both of them, back off. The 5 horse, Terry, is right behind. The 1 and the 2 are right there. So maybe if one of them, the 1 horse is making a move up the rail, the 2 horses following.
Mm-hmm.
So I got the 1, the 2, the 5, and the 8. The 8 is dead last, but there's not a whole lot of difference between first and worst there, Terry.
No, they're pretty tightly packed.
Well, the 2 horse is fading, so I don't think the 2 horse is going to be a part of the scene at the end. So the 5 horse is looming large on the outside. And my 1 horse needs to get that gap and go right there, Terry. I don't think he's going to do it, though. Oh, come on, Jose, get him to go. He's not going to go. So the 5 horse.
Going to go right on by.
Yes, he's going to win this race easily. So now you're hoping for a shot on the back end, Terry.
Yeah, I want the 8 to come. So.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to get there. It's going to be the 7 or the 6, Terry.
Yeah.
Most likely the 7 horse. Which 10 to 1.
Yeah, which is all right because I have the 5 all. So.
And it's going to go 5, 7, 4, and 6 at Belmont, Terry.
Okay. Well, I got my exact. That'll probably give me enough to pay for at least half my bet.
Maybe
if I'm lucky.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to try to beat that horse, Terry. I mean, it's tough to do. I mean,
absolutely.
That was the best horse by far. I mean, clearly, by far the top ranked horse in the field, but that's why I didn't commit a whole lot to it. Just hoping that you can take that horse out, which is what you got to try to do.
Yep.
All right. So let's circle back to, we got 12 minutes to Gulfstream. So let's circle back to Keeneland on that last race, Terry. Get a look at the upcoming race. So the Exacta 11.6 paid $20.70. And then on the, let's come on race number 9. If we look at the pools, so in race number 9, Terry, if you played the pick 3, you have the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. So the 4 pays $83. The 6 pays $41 on the pick 3s.
Mm-hmm. You
also had the 5. The 5 pays $54. The 7 pays $51, which is the 1-to-1 shot right now. And then the 9 horse pays $362 if they get there. I have the 5, 6, and 7 only, so 54, 41, and 51. So,
all right. And then that Exacta that you just said made me 40 cents or whatever, huh? I bet.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, all righty.
So I'm going to step out for 1 second, Terry. So keep everybody entertained, okay?
Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. We'll see you in a little bit.
Right back. I just got to go grab something real quick. So excuse me while I remove myself. I'll be right back.
Okay. So everybody, this is we're going to come up with this Keeneland race, the 9th race. See how we do, and hopefully we get through to the pick 4 to the end. We were talking about. Let's see if I'm right here. Actually, I like in this race, I like the 7 horse. It's my first pick. And then I like the number 9. It's my second pick. And then I like the number 4 as my third pick. So 7, 9, 4. That's how it should run, I think. I hope everybody's doing well today, and I hope you're all winning. At least if you're not winning, you're having a great time, because I am. Although, to tell you the truth, I'm getting a little hungry because it's way past my lunchtime. So, anyway, make sure that you give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing here, and if you've got any comments, go go ahead and give us some comments, just like Rockin' Ray's been giving us comments, and he's really been doing a lot of fun stuff for us. We really enjoy all the things that are being said. Anyway, weather out here in California is pretty nice today. It's a little overcast and a little bit foggy, but I'm sure sorry about all the weather that you folks are having in the East. Hope it gets a lot better for you. And got a big race coming up, a big weekend coming up to pick the Breeders' Cup. That's going to be fun. And if you follow us next week, you're going to get a lot of information about that.
So Rockin' Ray asking about this Laurel race coming up. Is it a $100,000 $300,000 race? Is that right? Laurel Park, race 10. I know they had a lot of, let's see, Laurel Park. Let me pull it up on the screen here. So coming up, Terry, we have 8 minutes to Gulfstream Park, race number 9.
Okay.
Yeah, the Laurel's not coming up for me. So let's go ahead and start working on Belmont, race number Belmont Park. Let's get started on Belmont Park, race number 9, Terry.
Okay.
And that is a Belmont Park. Let me just race number 9.
Well, no, we just finished race 9, didn't we?
I'm sorry, Gulfstream Park, race 9.
Yeah.
Wrong track, Terry. That's all.
Yeah.
You have to forgive me.
That's all right.
So we have an optional claiming here, Terry, for $20,000. It's a purse of $37,000, Terry. They're going to be running a 1.1 miles, and I'm not sure what track they're running on here. I think they're running on the dirt course, but I'm not 100% positive. No, it looks to me like maybe they're running on the all-weather here, Terry. I don't know what they're running on at they don't really designate if it's dirt or all weather, and you can see in the conditions. So it's a guess. But I had to go get some snacks real quick, so I went to go get some. Do you know that these are the #1 flavored chips for guys, Terry? Sour cream and cheddar. Yeah.
Really?
From Ruffles, yeah. They're the #1 chip for guys.
I like chips, but I try to stay away from them because they like my belly too much. So.
Yeah, me too. So the 2 horses scratched in this race. Ashley Mayow, who was on our show, The Player's Edge as well. She likes the 4, the 6, the 7, and the 3. Terry, who do you like?
I like the 4 as my first pick. And then I like the 7 as my second pick. The 8 is my third pick. And the 3 is my fourth pick.
For 4, 7, 3, 8. Is that right?
4, 7. No, I'd like 4, 7, 8, 3.
8, 3. Just transposition error there for me. So 4, 7, 8, 3 in race 9 for Terry. So looking at this particular distance, I don't know how many they've run so far at the distance. Let's take a look down here at some of the bias numbers. They've run 14. All right. So of those 14, it looks like 6 of them were speed horses. 8 were closers. The average horse is probably 4th or 5th at the quarter-mile marker, 2nd or 3rd. And looks to me like you kind of want to go inside out, Terry. I mean, outside in terms of post positions. So let's look at some of the numbers here in this race. Let's go to the numbers, Terry. At Gulfstream Park, race number 9, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at, all right, so let's pull up the numbers at Gulfstream Park. Let's take a look and see which horses are the horses for the course. What do you want? You want to start there, Terry?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So the horse that's posted the top number there is the 5 horse. Majority Rules, Terry. Majority Rules right now is 12-1 on the board, so maybe a little bit of a price there. It was 8-1, so a little bit of an overlay as well compared to Pete Aiello's Morning Line. You also have right behind that the 3 horse Ocean Ride, which is the favorite at 9-5. The 3 horse was Morning Line. Looks like to me. Am I in the right race here, Terry?
I don't know. I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, no, it is because he was a Morning Line 8-1 too as well. So it looks like the betting public does not agree with our friend Peter Aiello down there at Gulfstream Park. So late pace is probably going to play a role in this if the average winner is 4th or 3rd or 5th at the opening quarter. So if you're looking at the late pace figures, Terry, the horse that should be charging the hardest is the 7 horse, 15-1. Again, you're getting a little bit of a price there, Terry. Followed by the 8 horse, Man on the Moon. And then you have Ocean Ride and Montana Man. So the 7, the 8, the 3, and the 1, Terry, are the horses that all have the best late pace figures.
Are we in the right race?
Yeah, race 9, Terry, Gulfstream Park.
It's not race 8?
It says race 9 on my TV screen.
Okay, then you're probably right.
Majority rules as the 5 horse. And if I look in here, it says majority rules as the 5 horse. Yeah, so race number 9.
Okay.
You're confusing me, Terry.
I'm confusing myself.
Okay,
Probably
this is on the Tapeta track. So now they're designating that on the screen. So that's for sure. So in race number 9, so that we're clear, Terry, you like the 4, 7, 8, and 3. I just want to make sure that you're at the right race so that your picks reflect what you think for race number 9, not race 8.
Yeah, that's correct. That's what I like. 4, 7, 8.
And how are you going to play that?
I'm going to box all 4 of those in exacta and trifecta. Period
and stop, huh?
That's it.
All right, so let me take a look here at the early pace figures, Terry, and a couple of other things, and then maybe we'll take a look at how we're going to go ahead and make this race go. So is there any horse that can get a really good advantage over everybody else early? Looks like the 5 horse might have some giddy up and go relative to the rest of the field, Terry. Possibly.
Yeah, he's got a lot of early speed, so.
And he looks like he has a sizable advantage over the 4, the 3, and the 8. So if he can clear and get off by himself, he might have a chance to steal this race. So let's see.
He usually runs on the turf, though.
Mm-hmm. It's really not a lot of difference between some of these these horses, Terry, to be honest with you.
No, I know.
The ranking system comes out to be about the same. So the question is, what do you like?
Yeah, that's why I just said box all 4 of them in the exacta and the trifecta. So,
so 8, 4, 7, 3, 6. 8, 4, 7, 3, 6. Let me take a look at something here real quick, Terry. 7, 8, 3, 7, 8, and 3. So here's what I am going to do, Terry. I am going to put together the 3, the 7, the 8. I'm going to toss that 5 in there just in case he can get out to the lead and stay on the lead, because sometimes early speed, especially if it can wiggle away from the rest of the field, has a chance to take him from wire to wire. So I'm going to go 3, 7, 8, 5 exacta and trifecta box. Getting a little bit tired, my man?
Yeah, that, and I need my snacks too. So
Santa Anita race 4, outside 6, off and running.
All right.
So I think next time around, Terry, maybe what we'll do instead of 3 tracks, we'll do 2 tracks, and then maybe we'll peel into a track like Santa Anita later on in the day. But next week is going to be all. It'll probably be just me. Maybe Sean will join me on Saturday. I'm not sure. But if it's just me on Friday and Saturday, it's going to be all Breeders' Cup only, and we're going to have a ton of data. So make sure you check that out.
Yeah, I'll try to check in from the Breeders' Cup and couple of 3 times. So.
Yeah, and I'll be putting together, collaborating on the wagering guide for the Breeders' Cup for both days over at Guaranteed Tip Sheet. So you're going to want to make sure you head over and get that. It's the most probably extensive report that you're going to find everywhere. We cover the pace analysis, the early pace analysis. We cover which horses we think are the top contenders, which ones we think are good value bets. We make picks. We have a little bit of analysis to play. I mean, it's going to be one really long week of work for me. I tell you that. Yeah,
me too. I've got a lot to do, and then I got a lot of driving to do also. So,
and then Wednesday's show is going to be fun for the Players Edge podcast. You're going to want to check that out. We're going to have maybe 4, 5, 6 guests on that are going to join us Wednesday night. Just stop in for a few minutes, and they're going to give us our picks their picks for the juvenile races on Friday, and then for the Classic, and I think the distaff on Saturday. So we're going to have a lot of different opinions, a lot of different picks. Make sure you check in. Terry and I will be previewing the Breeders' Cup all week long in our Horse Racing Today show at 1 o'clock Eastern, 11 o'clock Terry time.
That's right.
Is that right?
Yep.
All right. So right now, as they're heading to the post, Terry, the 1 horse is looking like it's going to be the favorite. Neither one of us have the 1 horse.
No, I don't have it.
We both have the 3, the 7, the 8. You got the 4. I tossed the 4 for the 5. The 4 is kind of moving up a little bit in odds right now. And then we got Keeneland, Terry, and then we'll call it a wrap, right?
Yeah,
in 10 minutes.
That'll be it for me. So
Yeah, for me too. How do you like this format, though?
I like it. It goes fast, keeps it exciting and interesting. Like I said, I need to do a little more prep next time, but other than that, yeah, I need to get. I like to be organized, so I had a hard time keeping track of what I bet, what you bet, all that stuff. So,
I'm up $1 million.
are you? I'm
I
up
think
2 million. I'm up 2 million. So
Yeah, but you bet 3 times as much as me, so I'm actually winning.
that's probably true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably true.
They say back to for Rock and Ray, back to Delta Downs, race 4. He's got the value on the 5 morning line favorite now 5-2. Bet 7-2 already bet odds at 8. So he's got the 2, the 8 over to 2-7-8 for the exacta. It looks to me like you might even want to do that for the trifecta, right?
Yeah, that'd be a good try. 2-8 over the 2-7-8 over the 2-7-8.
Yeah, that's what. Let's see how far off is that race, Terry. So, Gulfstream, they're going into the 2 minutes to Delta Down. So yeah, we can come back and look at that one. So they're starting to go in at Gulfstream Park, Terry, and I'm starting to get to the point where I don't have a voice anymore.
Yeah, I am too. I'm just going to have a little drink here, a little drink of water.
Say 5 dead, race 7, place $45 on the 5. So Ray's a heavy believer in that 5 horse here at race 7.
So he's betting 45 to place on it, or?
Yeah, it says 45 to place on number 5.
All right. Okay, good.
So he bets in your territory, Terry.
Good luck to him.
I hope it comes in for him.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I want to see everybody. What do we always say at the end of every show, Terry?
Everybody should win. See you in the winning
tickets
circle.
In the winner's circle, baby. Yeah,
That's right. Yeah,
I wish there were a way that we all could win, and every horse would be 99-1.
That's right. So work out really well.
So it looks to me like the 7 horse doesn't want to go in right now. And we both have that 7. He's misbehaving.
Yeah, he is. So
at Delta Downs, the 5 horse right now is 5-2. It's kind of come up a little bit. The 2 horses, the favorite, they're circling around. They haven't found their way to the gate yet, but they're on their way. So they should be there momentarily. And we have they're off. The 8 horse gets a little bit of early pace, Terry, but they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide for the lead going into the first turn. It looks like the 7. I mean, there's a really bunch up there. So the 3 horse breaks through. That's Ocean Ride breaks through on the rail to get the lead, followed by the 5 horse, Terry. The long shot majority rules. So my 5 did not get the lead, Terry. And then you got the 1 horse, which is kind of jogging along in third, Montana Man, followed by the 7 horse Just Plunge. 7 horses trying to get 24-5 in the opening quarter, Terry. That's not that fast. 24.25 in the opening quarter. So they're going now out of the first turn into the backstretch. The 3 and the 5 racing comfortably on the lead. It doesn't look like either jockey's asking too much from their horses. They're both kind of standing straight up on them. The 7 horse, he's let him out a little bit more than any of the other horses so far, it looks to me. 3 horses starting to pull away from the 5 a little bit. I don't know if the 5 is just biding his time or not. And he's starting to make his move now as they head into the turn. And they ran an opening half in 48-4. Here comes my 5 horse pulling along. Terry, the side of the 3. He's got his nose in front right now. I hope the 2 don't burn each other out, Terry.
They might, because they're pushing hard.
Yeah, but it doesn't really look like anybody's making a ton of ground on him. The 6 horses come in the hardest. And unfortunately for both of us, the 6 horse is not a part of our picks, Terry. So here they come down the stretch. The 5 horses nosed in front of the 3. And the 1 horse on the outside, Terry, guess what? Going to get us both.
Yep. And I don't have the 1. You don't have the 1.
No, I have the 5 horse, but I don't have the. We both have the 8. I need the 5 to come back, but it ain't going to happen. So it's going to be the 1, the 8, and the 5. 185 at the end, the wire there. That should have put the 1 in there, Terry. It was crazy. Damn. Should have put the 1 in there instead of the 3.
Yeah.
Usually do go bet against those favorites. All right, so let's head over to Delaware Park and see how Rock and Ray does with his 5 horse.
All right.
And then they're off there at Delaware Park. Rock and Ray's 5 horse. Can't really see because they're going into the first turn. Looks to me like the 9 horse, Pressy Jones in the lead, followed tightly by the favorite, Sweet Ray at 4-5. The 5 horse looks to me like it is running. Tough to tell. I don't even see it on the screen right now. I hope you got a better break than than it looks to me here. Opening quarter in a 7-furlong race at 24-6. Not the fastest fractions. And the 9 and the 10 are still up on the lead. A long shot at 50-5, Terry. They're walking this race.
Oh, boy.
50. Are these Arabian horses? What the heck kind of horses are these?
Might be. They run them there. They do run them there.
So where is the 5 horse? Going to make an appearance or not? No, I don't see the 5 horse in the mix here at all anywhere, Terry.
No.
He's all the way in the back. Yeah, I think he might have gotten a bad break. No, here he's 4th now. Never mind. Is he rolling?
Come on with the 5. Come on.
And now he's just, I think the 5 was on the rail. He's going to on the outside. So here he comes, the 5 horse, and he finishes 2nd, Terry. There you go.
All right. Yay.
2nd.
Yay.
There you go.
What was the odds on him?
I think he went off at the 3-1. So good call on that back up there. So I think it went 9-5. I can't really tell how it went, to be honest with you. I think it went 9-5.
Okay. Well,
So
he's got the.
Yeah, he had the 5.
Yeah, he did. He had the 5 and.
But did not have the 9, unfortunately. He had the 8, though, in there. 8 horse. All right, Terry. So last race of the day for you and me, Terry. We're going to head over to Keeneland right now. We have exactly 3 minutes to talk about race number 9. So it's race number 9 at Keeneland, Terry, is boom, 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 boom. I gotta wind down the page here a little bit, Terry. It is a 1.8 miles, Terry. It's a grade 2 Hagyard Fayette Stakes. It's going to be 2 turns. They're going to start right in the middle of the front stretch. The 1 horse, Sleepy Todd, is scratched, Terry.
Yep. Yep.
Let's see, was anybody else scratched since early in the morning? No, that looks to me like the only scratch on the day right there so far.
Yeah.
So in the races that they've run so far at the distance, Terry, the number is, come on. They've run only 3 so far. 2 of the 3 got to the lead and won the race, Terry. All of them were from posts 4 to 7. I don't think 3 races is really enough to make a big deal out of it. Looking at horses that have found their way around the track on the mud, you have the 2 horses been across the mud twice, nothing to show for it. The 3 horse Militarist has been across the mud never, so obviously nothing to show for it. The 4 horse Night Ops, Terry, been across the slop 5 times, 2 wins, 2 seconds, and a 3rd. So definitely Night Ops likes that mess. The Independence Hall, the 5 horse Terry's been across it 2 times, 2 wins. He likes the mess too. King Great. Fury, 1 for 1. Ooh, Code of Honor, 1 and a 2nd. So a lot of these horses like them. The 8 horse didn't like it. The 9 horse didn't like it. So how do you like this field, Terry? How are you going to bet them?
I like the number 7 horse, my top pick. I like the number 4 horse, my 2nd pick. Number 9 horse is my 3rd pick. And King Fury is my 4th pick, number 6.
7, 4, 9, 6. How you playing that one?
I'm going to bet a $10 exacta box with the 7-4. And then a $5 exacta.
But you don't have the one, Terry. So the 7-4?
7-4. Yeah, $10 exacta box with 7-4. And then I'm going to bet the 7 on top of the 4, 6, 9 for $5. Exacta.
For a trifecta or exacta?
Exacta.
All right, sounds good to me. So I am going to go. I'm just going to go 4, 5, 6, 7 box, Terry. I mean, those are the. Is there any horse in here that can upset? I mean, I'm always looking for a little bit of a price in here, Terry. Let's see. So who's going to be coming late? Late pay. Oh, they're going in. So I'm just going to go 4, 5, 6, 7, Terry. That's my 4, 5, 6 box. 4, 5, 6, 7 exacta trifecta box. In our pick 4s, Terry, we'll both be alive. Let's see. Where are my pick 4 tickets at? I know I got them somewhere here. So you're alive to the 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. You have every horse in this race. I have the 5, 6, and 7. Honestly, I'm worried about Night Ops. He's one of my favorite horses.
Yeah, I like Night Ops. I've played it a lot over the years.
So once this race is the final, Terry, official, we'll stick around to that to get a sense of what the payouts are to the end of our pick 4s, and we'll call it a day, my friend.
Okay, sounds good.
So the only horse left to load is the 9 horse, Terry. He's in now without much of a problem. All the horses are getting a little bit of antsy. So according to early pace figures, the 8 horse and the 3 horse should be the – hold on. No. Independence Hall, the 5 horse, should be the one that gets the lead. So Early pace figures say look for the 4-horse, the 4, the 3, and the 9 to get to the leader. What in the hell am I doing? I got these numbers backwards. 5, 7, and 2 should be on the lead, and there it is, the 5-horse. I keep sorting from lowest to highest instead of highest to lowest.
Yeah, here they go.
So yes, Independence Hall, folks, has the lead going in out of the first turn, followed tightly by Militarist and the 7-horse. That is Code of Honor right on the tail. So right now you have probably around 1, 2, 5, maybe 5, 6 horses from front to back with the 5-horse Independence Hall maintaining the lead. A comfortable pace, 24 and 24 in the opening quarter. The 3-horse and the 6. You got the 9-horse Terry Major Fed going wide. Really nice hold on the 5-horse Independence Hall right now going into that on that backstretch. Yeah. 48 and 34. So they ran the second half just a tad faster than they ran the first half. First quarter.
Yeah, I like where the 7's setting.
Yeah, that horse just to the outside. You do kind of have to like that for sure. He looks to me like he's asking a little bit from the 5-horse Independence Hall right now, but not really all into him yet. So he hasn't totally opened him up. Right now, the 5 and the 7 are the ones to catch. They ran a 112.5, basically opening 6 furlongs. So you got the 5, the 7, and the 9. It looks to me like this race is going to be between the 5 and the 7. The question is, which one is going to hold on at the end here, Terry? It looks to me like Independence Hall is going to run away with this race. So the 5-horse, folks, I'm going to declare it now. The race isn't over, but the race is over. It's going to go 5, 7, and 6. Maybe the 6 catches the 7. I don't know. Independence Hall all the way on the lead. Easy winner in race number 9, Terry. 5, 7, and 6, 4. 5, 7, 6, and 4, Terry.
Well, good. My pick 4 is still good.
Mm-hmm. I had the trifecta in my pick 4, 5, 6, 7, and I had it ice cold. How about that?
All right. That's cool. That's really good.
Yeah, I'll take that all day, every day, right?
Yep.
All right. So, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah. And who finished 4th? The 9-horse? So it went 5. It went 5, 7, 6.
7, 6.
I'm going to see who finished. I want to see who finished 4th. Did I have the superfecta in my picks too or not?
I think the 9 did.
No, the 4. 5, 7, 6, and 4. I had the superfecta as well. I didn't bet it, Terry. I had the exacta and trifecta box, but
well, you finished up with a good finish there.
Yes, indeed. So let's wait to see where this race goes official, Terry. We might be able to throw in Belmont race 10 real quick. You want to just throw your picks out there for Belmont race 10?
Let me see if I can find it again. Yeah, okay. For race 10.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the wrong Belmont one. I'm going to get to the right Belmont one.
So for me, Belmont race 10, Terry, before we get up and out of here, this race is a wide open race too. So I'm going to go with the 3, the 9, the 7, 3, 9, 7. Yeah, this race is, so I'm going to go a trifecta 3, 9 over the 3, 7, 9, 10, and 13, Terry, to close out the day. 3, 9 over 3, 7, 9, 10, 13.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the 3, 7 on top with the 3, 7, 8, and 10. 3, 7, 8, 10.
3, 7, 8, and 10?
Yep, exactly.
So trifecta. So you got 3, 7 over 3, 7, 8, 10.
Yep.
All right. And they're approaching the gate there, so that'll be our last race. Let's wait and see what they say at Gulfstream at Keeneland. What we have over there at Keeneland, we can take a look. So the 5-horse was 7-2, Terry. Nice odds right there.
Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I should have bet the superfecta to go home, huh?
You should have.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's the 4 favorites. I mean, that's making the decision on the fly. But I'm happy that the 5-horse won the race straight up. It was my top choice, and as I said, ice cold. So I'm happy about that too.
That's cool.
All right, so you had every horse in your pick 4, right? So I know you had that.
Well, horse. I didn't have every horse, but I had 5 out of the 8 or so.
Mm-hmm. So. All right, Terry. So you have the 1 and the 9 to close it out. I have the 1, 2, 9, and 10. So I have a little bit more coverage than you do. But let's hope the 1 or the 9 has a hefty payout and one of them comes home first.
That'd be cool.
Let's see. Let's go over to Belmont. Are they going into the gates at Belmont yet, Terry?
I don't know.
Yeah, the post time. They're getting ready to go into the gates.
Yeah.
So we'll call that race and we'll call it a day. I'll stick around just to see how that race 10 finishes at Belmont. And then we'll be back Monday, Terry and I, at 1:00 Eastern to do the horse racing today, where we cover news. We do a pick 4. We do a 3P parlay. Terry has his best bet of the day. Speaking of which, Terry, what was your best bet today?
Oh, yeah. Let me get to that. Today, let's see. Well, yesterday, my best bet of the day actually won.
I thought you said you had the trifecta yesterday, right?
I did. I had the trifecta and exacta, of course.
Cold, you said, right?
Cold, yeah. And then today, my best bet of the day was at Gulfstream the 6th, and I didn't look to see how it did, but I liked the 6-4-1.
So race 6 at Gulfstream, the 6-4-1?
Yeah, and I didn't pay attention to it.
All right, hold on. Yeah, let me see. I'll go look for you. Race 6 at Gulfstream.
Yep.
Race 6 at Gulfstream. You like the 6, the 4, and the 1, and the results were 3, 4, and 6. That was the Lemieux horse.
Okay, well, yeah. I finished second and third.
Yeah, not bad.
No.
And they're off at Belmont, Terry. And as they get out of the gates, the 3 horse, which is City Mischief, gets to the lead. We both have the 3, followed tightly by the 9 horse, Terry. That is, I can't even read that. It's too small. The 9 horse is Gong Hoi Factoy. I don't know what that is. And then the 10 horse. So this is a 7 furlong race. You got the 7 horse pulling up on the rail. That's Chrome Dixie. Terry, right now, we both have the 6-3. Neither one of us has the 7. Neither one of us has the 9. Hold on a second. What do we have? Where are these picks at, Terry? I don't know where. 3-9. There we go. You had the 3-9. You had the 3-9. I had the 3-7.
No, I had the 3-7.
You had the 3-7. I had the 3-9. There we go.
Yeah.
So right now the 3 is in the lead, tightly followed by the 9 horse, Terry. So, and then you have the 7 horses coming right there with the 10 and the 13. I have all my horses here. I just need that 9 horse to get to the lead, Terry, somehow.
Yeah, I don't need the 9 at all. I need the 3, 7, 8, 10.
Come on, 9, get that win. 9, come on, 9, get that win. Oh, don't let the 7 go by you. Come on, 9, get that win. Oh, the 9 is going to win. Maybe, Terry. Oh, come on, hold on. Come on. Hold on. If it wins, it's going to be a nice ticket. I don't have the 4 horse, though. He's going to screw up my... the 4 horse gets me at the wire, Terry. Oh, my God.
Boy.
The 9 horse, a shot. We had the 4 horse. Where the hell did he come from? He was 5-1. That guy was a bad guy. I'm not happy with that guy.
No, I didn't have him at all either. So
20-1 shot, Terry. Just finishes nosed out. That's terrible.
It is terrible.
Post a sheet. Yeah, we'll be posting some sheets, Terry. All right, so let's go back and look real quick and close out this day with Keeneland, Terry.
All right. Well, the 1 isn't going to pay much, $82.80 for $1. So half of that. And the 9 is going to pay $481.90 for $1. So half of that. So which ones did you have?
So hold on a second. Let me go at the pools. So the race number 9.
Yeah.
Race number 10, right?
10.
10
at Keeneland.
At Keeneland, race 10 at Keeneland. Let's look at the pools. The pools, the will pace. So the pick 4, Terry. Yeah, did I post them already?
Yeah, I've got them. I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah, mine's not coming up. I'm only going to. Why am I only on? Am I still on race 9? Race 10. Come on, go to race 10. All right, so I have the 1.
Yep.
And how much does that pay for 50 cents for $1?
For $1.8280.
All right, I put 36 into it. I have the 2 horse.
Okay, pays $5,110.80 for $1.
Well, that's the one I want, huh?
Yeah.
And then the 9.
The 9 pays $481.90.
And then the 10 horse.
10 pays $1,974.20.
Wow. Well, let's hope one of those comes in, Terry, right?
It'd be nice, yeah.
That would be nice. It would make for a great ending to the day.
It would. It would.
Indeed. So. All right, Terry. Well, that wraps up this day. We'll be back on Monday. As I said, we'll be all things Breeders' Cup starting Monday. I'm hoping to have the wager guide up at Guaranteed Tip Sheet by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. really shooting for Tuesday. So fingers crossed, I'll be able to get all of that work done. Just waiting on the data to come in from the folks at Del Mar. Some of it started to trickle out for Friday already. So I'm going to get hustling on that, Terry. You're going to be traveling down to Del Mar, right?
Yeah, I am. I'm going to drive down. I'm going to take 2 days though to get there.
So find Terry, everybody, and he'll buy you a Hershey's bar.
That's it. I will.
And maybe we should do like, where's Terry, right? Kind of contest.
That'd be good. Yeah, that'd be good.
Somebody finds you. What are we going to give them? A free pick?
Yeah, let's do that.
So, yeah, sounds good to me. All right, Terry, as always, the pleasure is mine today. Let's hope that we close out this pick 4 in a big way. I have the 1, the 2, the 9, and the 10. Terry's to the 1 and the 9. The 2 horse would be phenomenal because what did I pay? Like $5,000 or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. So I want that 2 to win, even though it's not my horse.
I want that 2 to win too, Terry. All right, Terry, until Monday, everybody, please have a fantastic Saturday and Sunday. Be safe, enjoy Halloween, and don't eat too much candy.
Yeah.
As always, yes, do not. That's why I bought the candy. Like I said, I buy the candy because the kids don't show up. I buy the kind of like. Till then, folks, may all of your picks end up in the winner's circle. Have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining us.